What's happening, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to another live installment. I am your host, Max. Season's greetings. We are on Christmas Eve. So happy holidays to everybody. We're getting ready to go into a new year. And you know what that means? The portal is getting ready to close. Well, the portal is getting ready to close. But then it'll open back up. I think it was March, April, something like that. I can't remember the dates, but I know this one is getting ready to close. Got like less than a week away. So, I was looking at this portal, right? We got some really good pickups this year in the portal. Really good pickups this year. At offensive line and a few other key positions. But I had said before, can we land like the top tier? When I say top tier, I'm talking about it's kind of hard for the top tier, because there's a lot of competition out there, but can they land someone in the top 20? They did it in high school, with Jordan Seaton. And but I'm talking about in the college ranks. Can they get the top ones? Now, to be fair, the portal will open up again because some players are still, in the playoffs and whatnot. So they want to, compete for the national title before, if they have any intentions on going in the transfer portal. But we'll see. We'll see, because usually the top players in these schools, they usually don't hit the transfer portal that much. They do hit it, but it's hard to get them. Like Walter Nolan, he's going to Ole Miss. He announced on his Instagram that he is going to Ole Miss. So we lost out on Walter Nolan, and I don't even know if he had a visit. And I don't know if the asking price was too much, but Ole Miss got him. So they must have some long money over there at Ole Miss. But he was the top, as far as the people in the transfer portal right now, he was the top one in the transfer portal. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you. What's going on, Big Worm? What's up, Medea? Now, you said it opens back up in January after the bowl games. You mean for the people that was in the bowl game, or is there like a special thing for the people that just finished the bowl games? Because I know it closes and it opens up later on. I didn't hear about it opening up in January. I know it closes in January. Okay, so it opens up for the people that were in the bowl games. That makes sense. Because why would they enter the transfer portal right now and they're trying to play for a national title? So, but can he get some of those players? I'm talking about, he did get some starters. He did. Now, he did land some players in the top 100. I'm talking about like the top 20. We didn't get any in the top 20. The only one we got in the top 20 is it's excluding the high school guy. He's number one and number two in high school. I'm talking about college though. It's very hard to get. And I know he said he was looking for an experienced quarterback. There's a couple in there, but obviously these experienced quarterbacks want to play. So you're not going to get them. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you, T. Nicole. Happy holidays. And like some of these players, I think it's just a matter of just getting outbidded. But if we go back up for a second, we got some pretty solid pickups here. But when I'm looking at this transfer portal and what's available right now, I filtered it from the top players. Obviously, the top player is Walter Nolan. He's going to Ole Miss. It's already confirmed on his Instagram. He announced that he's going to Ole Miss. He's pretty happy about his decision too. So he's out. He's not available. And he's probably not going to be available next season because he's going to the draft. He's on his way to be a junior. So he's not going to be available. Now, this person here, this wide receiver, Evan Stewart, is available from Texas A&M. Ain't that crazy? The top two players in the transfer portal right now come from Texas A&M. Look at that. All because a coach got let go. So this guy here, he's number 2. Now, Walter Nolan is out. How about this guy? He's number 2. He got 5 stars just like Walter Nolan all across the board. Walter Nolan has a 99, well, overall 99.59. He has a 98.43. Now look at his NIL value. NIL value is 1.4 million. Do you think we would have it? Do you think we would be in contention to have his services? Do y'all think so? This guy is available. He hasn't decided yet. I haven't heard about him taking any kind of trips to Boulder or anything like that, but he's available. And I didn't see him before. I don't know. Let me see. Actually, he's been in the transfer portal for he was in there before Walter Nolan, actually. He was in the transfer portal before Walter Nolan. Let me look at something real quick. Let me see what. And he's not crystal balled anywhere either. Let me take a look, see what's going on. Okay, so this came out 2 days ago. The latest intel on Evan Stewart. Let's look at the potential destinations. Alabama. Let me see something. What? He's a sophomore. Okay. Yeah, Alabama is a likely contender. It's the early favorite right now. It's Alabama to get him. We did pick up a tight end. We picked up a tight end. I'm not sure about the linebackers yet, but I know picked up a tackle as well. But this guy is available. This guy right here, his name is Evan Stewart. He's a sophomore, and he's a wide receiver. But I don't know if they're going to be able to afford him because his NIL value is 1.4 million. So I don't know. I don't like his asking price got to be through the roof. It has to be. Now, Cam Ward, his NIL value is 1.1 million. It wasn't like that before. It just went up. It definitely wasn't like that a week ago. And he's 100% committed to Miami. So he got a pretty nice little penny here. Now, if you see without this guy here, Evan Stewart at number 2, we know Walter Nolan is gone. Evan Stewart is available. After that, in the top 10, nobody's available. Nobody. See? Nobody after 10. Now, AJ Harris looked like he's going to Auburn. Everybody else is not available. And we didn't land any of these guys. Not one of them. 18. Now, number 18 is undecided. And we played him this year. Well, no, he didn't. Did he get in the game? No, I don't think he got in the game. But he's a freshman, Malachi Nelson. Now, he is a quarterback. He got a 98.80 rating. NIL valuation is 859,000. He's not coming. He wants to go start somewhere. But you see, we didn't get a chance to get Kamari Ramsey either. He's a safety. I don't think he would have came because he's a safety. But you see what I'm saying here? All these guys are gone. It's very hard to get them. Even in the top 50, I think we got somebody within the top 50 though. Now this guy, We did play this year, DJ Ugalele, but it looks like he's torn between Louisville and Florida State. This guy is undecided, but he's a cornerback. I don't think he's coming. He got 5 stars, and he's a 98.57, but I don't think he's likely destination will be Colorado. So let me see. Let me see. So you're looking at, I'm going to the top 50 for a second. Now, Tyler Van Dyke, yeah, he's not available. Who else? There's a few here within the top 50 that's still available, only a couple. KJ Jefferson, Mikey Matthews from Utah, he's available. And within the top 50, that's it. Now, we did land, well, actually, this guy from Indiana, he's a safety. He's not a safety. I don't think they're looking for safety. I don't know, they could be. But now you go into number 53, we did pick up Quincy Wiggins. He's an edge. So that was a very, very good pickup. That's not in the top 50, but he's number 53. Even when you go past the 50s, all these players are picked up. Now, this was a good pickup. Tyler Johnson. He was a good pickup. University of Houston. That was a really good pickup here on the offensive line. And we got another one. Let me see. But look at this. We're already in the 70s now. And a lot of these players are gone. Preston Hodge was a good pickup. He's a cornerback. That was a pretty good pickup as well. And who else we picked up? Okay. Justin Mayers was a good pickup. So yeah. But if you keep going, if you go back to the top 50, we couldn't get any of those. It's just too hard, man. It's too hard to pick these guys up. It's very competitive, man. And it's a bidding war. This has turned into a bidding war. Walter Nolan was a bidding war. But I think he really wanted to go to Ole Miss, though, because he seemed really happy about it. So that was just where he was set out and going. But I don't think we had a chance to get him from the jump, to be honest with you. You said we need those starters from winning program. But here's the thing. If we don't get the starters right, we can they build the players up. You know what I mean? And we got a good freshman coming in. It looks like he might start right away. But we got to build the people up in-house. And I don't think this program is going to be building people. I mean, well, Kermani is still there. Kermani is still there, and he got some significant playing time as a true freshman, which I see him playing his second season as well, getting more, the minutes going up. And that's contingent upon what he do in the off season and also the film room. But I see a huge upside to him. So, but see, here's the thing though, nothing is definite yet until that second portal closes. Because you remember last year, after the spring game, all those people jumped into the transfer portal. So we're going to have to wait and see how this training goes and wait for the spring game and see where players are standing at that point. So, but right now, he kept most of his team intact, minus some of those players that are trying to go to the NFL. Man, I was looking at it's so damn hard to get to the NFL. It's crazy. I was looking at the players that they know that they think is going to get drafted. And as it stands right now, how many players get drafted a year? How many rounds are there? I forget. How many potential players can get drafted? So there's so that means how many per round? I think it's like I can't remember right now how many per round. I'm gonna have to look it up. You said Walter Nolan's from Memphis or Knoxville, Tennessee. Yeah. So that makes sense. Yeah, he wanted to stay close to home. NIL, etc. Yeah, but he's happy about it. So he get a chance to stay close to home. So that worked out for him. But you know what I'm talking about though, right? These bona fide starters. Like I'm talking about like the best in the nation. It's hard to get them. And sometimes they don't leave their programs. Just like that guy that Notre Dame built up. He's going to be the first. I believe he's either going to be the first or second offensive tackle taken in the draft. That other guy, since he put his name out there now, he has an African name. I think he's going to be first, and then it's going to be Joe Alt. See, like a Joe Alt, he was built up in Notre Dame. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was good coming in, but he stayed there and stayed the course and own his skills there. Well, they're known as offensive line university. So that's if you're an offensive lineman, you probably want to go there if you're any good. But it's no way you were going to get him. But now he's going to the draft. So you got to build them. Like Notre Dame is building these guys in house, and it takes some years to do that, right? Because I guess this is Coach Prime's second season. He did pick up a lot of freshmen last season that's still in house. So technically he is building up some players now. But yeah, it's yeah, I got to keep that in mind that he's only been there like going on 2 seasons now. So that's not enough time. You said around 260 players are drafted in NFL. Okay, so about 260 players, right? Let's see. Let me look at this. I didn't see any of our players on that list. Let me see. NFL draft prospects. I didn't see anybody on the list. They're not showing us any love. You said about, let's see. This is not the complete list, though. It says click here to see the full 275 big board. Let's look at this. I was just looking at this earlier and I didn't see like, damn, y'all ain't showing us no love. What's going on here? Because I remember seeing Xavier Weaver on that list. Now I don't see him. But that doesn't mean anything because the pro day hasn't arrived yet. And then also, I don't know if anybody's going to get, what do you call it, invited to the combines or, well, not the combines, just pro day. If you have a good pro day, I'm assuming, and you run really fast and or whatever the case is, maybe that'll up your draft stock. So 256. So let's see. Yeah, this guy here I was talking about from Penn State, the offensive tackle. It looks like he's gonna be the first offensive tackle taken, maybe, or it might be Joe Alt. I'm thinking it might be Joe Alt. This dude right here, man. You ever hear him break down how to be an offensive tackle? Freaking amazing, yo. This guy is like this guy right here. I don't. I'm like, damn, is he a robot? The way he be breaking it down, it sounds like a robot talking. That dude is that dude is he's ready to go. And remember we played him lot two, late lot two, whatever, lay a lot two, lot two. Okay, look like he getting ready to get some money. Kool-Aid McKinstry. That's some name, isn't it? Kool-Aid McKinstry. JC Latham. That's Alabama. Trying to see if I see any of our players. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's Shador. Shador not going anywhere. They got right now the computer got Shador at number 36. That's not bad though. But you see how they not showing us no love, right? So they got him at 36. I'm not taking nothing away from the other quarterbacks. They're pretty good, but I think he should be higher. That's just my opinion. If he was to come out, but they know he's not coming out this year, I guess. So that's why they got him at 36. I thought he should be higher than that. Let's see if I can see anybody else. Look, I'm literally gonna go down this whole list, yo, until I see it. We got 7 to go. Let's see. We did see Shador, so let's see who else. Not showing us no love, yo. They not. $126. Okay, we're at a 128. They got Muhammad Kamara at 133. The one that drove Shador head into the ground. This guy, Muhammad Kamara. They got him getting drafted. Oh, here we go. They got Shiloh at 137. So they do have Shiloh up there. What y'all think about that? So let me see what I'm assuming they have him in the 3rd round. So there it is right there, guys. They got Shiloh getting drafted. But he's not coming out this year, though. That's if he was decided to come out this year. But he definitely coming out next year. If he do decide to come back and he don't enter the draft this year and he stay to next year, I could see that being higher. I could see that number going up. I could see him probably bumping up to the 2nd round. Or it depends on what he do next year. He could have a crazy year that could get him in the 1st round, but yeah, he definitely will get drafted though. So they got Shiloh. Let's see if they got anybody else. I think that's it. Let's see. Oh no, we got more to go. Wait, who is this? Cedric Gray. That's a name right there, Moose Muhammad. Oh damn, it's more there. Hold on, let's see. Gotta be some more. But that's okay though. They can always get called up to a team and still make the team that way. If they don't get drafted. Damn, all these people, man, trying to get on a few little teams, you know. It's competitive, man. So I'm trying to see if I can find one more. I know Shiloh and Shador. That's it. So if them two was to come out this year, them were the only two they got projected to be drafted. Like I said, that could things could change depending on your pro day. and stuff like that, depending on how you work out. You could have somebody come in there and run a 4.3 and amaze everybody and just have a crazy ass vertical and all that and all that other stuff and like wow the scouts and stuff. But yeah, that's all they have right now. Yeah, they got Shiloh at 137. Now next year is different. I'm talking about this current draft coming up. Now the draft in 2025, we got a few players getting drafted, barring any injuries. We got Travis, Shador, Shiloh, a couple of the offensive linemen, and a couple of the I don't know, but yeah, we definitely got like at least 5 or maybe 6, maybe 5 next year. That next year is going to be exciting. Next year is going to be exciting. The 2024 is going to be an exciting season as well. Now that Shador got some help, that should be pretty exciting. And I'm just telling you, man, I was just looking back at some of the games. I don't know how he got sacked that many times. I hadn't seen that before. That was crazy. You said nice chat today. No one haters a troll because I got it on subscriber only. That's why. They be sending trolls my way, man. And if you look at even if you look at the comments, some of them they don't even have screen names. They got like these weird numbers. So yeah, I took care of that. I just did it on subscriber only chat. Big Worm, what's going on?
Peace, brother. What's going on, man? Happy holiday to you and your family.
You know the crazy thing, you sound like him too.
Who that?
Big Worm.
Oh no, man.
No,
You
you
know
do
I got.
sound like him. Like
You know how I got that name, bro.
wow.
I was playing in high school, right? I was a nose guard. I was the smallest one out there, but I was like 167 pounds, and
Okay.
I always shot the gap all the time, so they called me Big Worm.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay. You sound
yeah,
like him though.
I did the bear crawl, bro. I shot the gap and bear crawled and made the tackles like that.
Okay. Did you that was high school?
That was high school.
Okay. Man. And you out there in is it Mississippi?
No, I'm in North Louisiana.
Okay, yeah, that's
I'm
right.
not
As
too far
you a
from
LSU,
Grambling.
you a
Yeah,
LSU guy.
yeah. I'm
Yeah,
not too
that's
far
right.
from Grambling and Monroe and all that.
Okay. Yeah, you a LSU guy.
Yes,
Um
sir.
let me ask you a question. Like even though some of these names are not listed as potential draftees, that is subject to change, right? Depending on your pro day. What if
Right.
you have a good pro day?
They have a good pro day. They can get moved up on the charts on draft day.
I figured that, yeah.
But you
Um,
gotta look at it, man. You competing with people that run the speed the same, fast and all that. And depends on what teams need the most.
I
You know
know.
what I'm saying? The more team they doing bad right now gonna need them the most. So yeah, they could stand out to be pretty good. Even Shallow join the team right now. I think he'd be able to start. To be honest,
Yeah.
because this batch of people that came in, this the class that came in last year, they been doing too hot the last 2 years.
Hmm. Yeah, you to LSU.
Say again.
You said LSU.
I was just talking about people, the guys in general. The last couple of years they did. I've been following Devin White. You remember Devin White, the linebacker, number 40?
Yeah.
That he doing pretty good with the Tampa Bay. You know what I'm saying? So you
Yeah, he got
know,
drafted. He's starting. No, is he
him.
starting? Yeah, he's just
Yeah, he
starting.
started. He's you know what? He started as a true freshman in LSU. He was
Mm-hmm.
he was he was a fullback and he was a running back, a fullback, a linebacker in high school. You know what I'm saying? Spring Hill High. So yeah, he been doing pretty good. Him and Burrow. So
Hey, what's up, Thomas?
Yo, what's going on, y'all? What's going on,
he's
Warren?
here.
Peace to the
What's
family.
going on, bro?
Peace for season, everybody. Peace, peace,
Season's
peace.
greetings.
Peace, peaceful, peaceful. Season greetings.
Hey
Peaceful
man, I'm
brother
making that
got you.
gumbo. I'm making that gumbo tomorrow, bro. We ain't doing no turkey or no dressing, bro.
You say
That's
that
New
again. You're
Year's.
making that gumbo.
I'm making that gumbo.
You a week early now. That's New Year's. Come on
Yeah,
now.
you are weak. Yeah, a little
Oh
bit.
no, man. It ain't never no week early down here.
What you talking about? You gotta get that New Year's, get that gumbo with them black eyed peas, you know what I
Oh,
mean? Them
that'll come too.
greens.
That'll come too. You know,
You
there's something else. You know.
know?
Oh no, that they you guys because my ex she used to go to what do you call it? What's the name of that college? Just Xavier.
Oh, Xavier, old school
Yeah,
Xavier.
Xavier in New Orleans. I went down there, man. Listen, you talking about some good man. I must have gained about 10 pounds, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you, right? North Louisiana and South Louisiana are two different cultures.
Yeah, they
You know what
are
I'm saying?
actually. You're right about
We
that. Hmm.
yeah, us in the North, we do more traditional soul food cooking. You know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with the South, they do traditional more, dealing with this, crawfish, gumbos, the entrees and
More
stuff like
Cajun.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You from the you from the loop from the boot, Warren?
yeah. I'm from North Louisiana.
Oh, yeah, I got peoples out there too, north. A lot of Mama
We're
Thomas.
about Monroe, Arcadia, Athens, Haynesville, Minden, Western Parish, Lincoln Parish.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure which one.
Oh, you down south
You
south.
down, yeah, you on
no,
the
no,
other
no,
side, but
no. I'm up north.
yeah,
I'm up
Oh, you up
north.
north?
but but
I'm
the
North Louisiana.
Yeah,
yeah,
my geography is off. So you said you near Grambling, right?
he on the other side of Lafayette though. North.
Oh, okay.
You on the top side of Lafayette? That's the top side of Lafayette, or the bottom side.
It's been so long since I've been down there, though.
I ain't never been
I mean,
there. I just been told I got a bunch of family out there.
yeah, I haven't been down there since the '90s. That's how long I've been there. It's been man, it's been so many years, man, since
Man,
I've been there. I did go to a Mardi Gras. That
man,
was crazy.
I ain't trying to get no root put on me down there, man. You gonna bet you I get stuck down there.
Oh no, man, people got that wrong, bro. All that jamming with dealing with the Haitians and all that, because that's who built New Orleans, the Haitian people that moved, migrated this way.
Up
But it's
north,
voodoo is not really voodoo, it's voodoo,
that boot
Voodoo,
down,
voodoo,
boot down, or boot down,
voodoo, voodoo.
boot down with that voodoo.
voodoo,
Them Haitians. Saint Lord to Detroit. Did I say that right? Saint
Toussaint
Lord.
Louverture.
Yeah, there we go. Toussaint Louverture. That's right.
I'm not even saying it the French way. I'm saying it
AKA, some people say that was Napoleon.
people said that was what?
No, I'm playing
Yo,
with you.
Jonas can tell you, New Orleans. The people from New Orleans, they don't believe. They don't say they from New Orleans. New Orleans, they own entity. Even though they in Louisiana, they don't say they from Louisiana. When they say
Right,
they from New Orleans, they just New Orleans. They believe that's what they separate from the boot.
right,
Yeah, they just say Nolans.
right. That's a lot of
Like,
history up in there. You got all that stuff with the French and then the Choctaw and a lot of the tribes
yeah,
going on right there.
yep.
Yeah, I got a lot of Choctaw too. But yeah, though. I know about the little bit. I heard about that. I don't know what's going on. My dad down there too. My dad on my dad's side. My mom's side too, but my dad straight. My mom's side, like Arkansas, like Redland
Mm.
and Chicago and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And then North Carolina, South Carolina, all up in there, Mississippi. I
You
can
you
trace
in
my lines back.
you in Alabama, right?
I probably got some people in Alabama. They probably like in there now. But like back in the, I'm talking about like a long time ago. I can trace my family line back pretty far. So
Yeah,
then like my mama, huh?
everybody from the South, man. Harry Tubman came and stole the good slave and moved them up north. You know what I'm saying? Everybody migrated when they had to. You know what I'm saying?
You
Would
said
they
stole the good.
for real, man? Hey, look, you know what, Harry? You know what? I ain't trying to, cut the conversation, but if you just look at the history of Harriet Tubman, bro, I call her a slave recruiter.
Hey, you
The
know what
good
she was
slave,
by?
the good slave never want to leave, bro.
She worked for the. She worked. She was a Confederate. She was a general for the Confederate Army, but she switched and worked on the other
Mhm.
side.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, people don't know that. People think
Is
she
she a
was a
slave
slave.
recruiter, baby? She a
She
slave recruiter.
she was a general. She was like a general commander for the Confederate Army.
Man, look, check this out. She
You
came
know,
way down south, stole all them good slaves from the plantation, and took them up and built the north. But that's
Okay,
another subject. But we ain't gonna go too
right,
far.
right. I'll tell you some facts. And look, Max like wait, huh? Wait, this
Man,
girl
Matt's
really?
got another child. We got to wait for them.
Yeah,
yo, I want to
that's a
get
real
y'all on that one.
that's a
I'm a,
real one.
I'll hey Thomas, are you on the Discord?
Now I don't even know the Discord. Put it in the. I don't know
I
how to
put
catch your links. So
I put it in the back chat for you.
okay, all right, yeah, I'll join them.
Hey,
But
Matt, I had a lot.
I got to download Discord. I ain't even got Discord app. I got to download it. But
Hey,
I'm gonna
Matt,
do it.
I had a lot of people mad about that one though.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
tell you that's why she was a spy. Say she remember her
Well, I
history.
can
She
tell
was a
you
spy.
this
She's a slave recruiter.
before we get back to I tell you one thing about the South that a lot of people don't know. Especially down here because I'm in Richmond. So you know the whole Confederacy, we had a big war down here.
Right.
And the South was actually winning and they didn't know it. They were actually winning it. But there was like some turmoil within the Civil War. There was like a divide. It was a crumbling from the inside out. And a lot of people laid their arms down. And because what happened was there were some guys that went in the place of some of the wealthy people, you know, and to go into fight in the war. But they were promised some land when they got back. But they thought they were going on a suicide mission. They didn't think some of these guys were going to come back. But when they came back, they didn't get what they were promised. And then the word got out. So that was one reason why there
That
started
sounds
being
like the
some inner
battle in Nam
conflict,
Shan.
right? And then um so yeah, there was some inner conflict there, but they lost so many men in this war, right? I mean, the amount of men that passed away in the South was like amazing. Even the number is not quite accurate.
Right.
And a lot of men from the North migrated after the war. They migrated down South. So a lot of people actually got Northern roots instead of Southern roots, and they don't know it.
A lot of that too. That was some of the other side. But what's more crazy is when you look up Robert Lee and like you get behind him and understand this man was a brother. Mind blown. And then when you get into the study in the antebellum, and then you
You man,
start to see
don't give them all of them, man. They're too much. You got to
yo,
put some of that in your back pocket, bro.
I got more than that. I got too
Yeah, I
much.
know you do. You got to say that for the other channel. Matt got another channel for that.
Yeah, let's just say
Yeah,
that
yeah.
for that one. Let's say that for that one.
You can't give him too much, man. You might get too
Question.
full. Matt won't have no followers. You better
give me
hold
my
up on that, bro.
tell him give me
I got a
tell him.
question for y'all before I forget. Just to put it out there.
Mhm.
I was showing. Let me show y'all this list real quick. Let me see, where is it? You see this list right here? This is the transfer portal right now. I know that the transfer portal it closes January 1st, right?
I think it's like a dark period, and then it's gonna like open back up. So like right now, people that's in there, they can come out of there. But I think they're gonna let people go back in there. I think like January 1st or something
Uh,
for 15 days, right?
but somebody said it opens up for the players that's in the playoffs.
Right. It's gonna open up
Right then.
again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Can they get some of those top tier players though?
Well, whoever in there now, like the people that's in there, they could be transferred out of there. What's going on now is they like the bowl games is going on. They don't want to, I guess, stay focused. From now, I think from like Monday, from Monday to January 1st, you can't nobody
Right,
get in the portal.
right. But
So
see, here's the thing. You see that guy right there, Evan Stewart?
I gotta
He's in
pull
the
my screen.
portal and he hasn't decided yet. He's also from Texas A&M. Now we know Walter Nolan just took to his Instagram and told everybody he's going to Ole Miss.
But I
But
seen the story.
his teammate Evan Stewart is available. Do you think they
Right.
get a chance to get him? He has 5 stars all across the board,
I,
and
Unless they waiting for the summer.
he
no,
has
no,
the
no.
second highest rating. Walter Nolan has the first highest. He has the second highest,
Right.
and he's available. But look at his NIL evaluation is 1.4 million.
That's crazy. He a receiver though, but dude, I don't think we need a receiver. I don't think they're gonna pay $1 million for a receiver right now. We're not desperate. If he was a D lineman, he'd be. I think they're gonna go for Caldwell from Houston. He in the portal too. Number 93 from Houston. That man go crazy.
Yeah, I saw him there.
He go crazy.
I think
Oh, he go crazy.
that's why I say, man. So y'all, I always say we have to wait till after the summer.
Well,
The spring game.
right,
That's
the
when you're
spring
gonna have
game.
a lot of movements. When you got the young players that's the high schoolers.
Right.
That'd be the
Well,
last time they open up again in the fall, right?
from January 1st to January 15th, we're gonna get more people hopping in the portal from the bowl games, and then
Right,
after January 15th, it's gonna be no more portal, and
right.
then I think like February, so that next month, February, you'll get like some of the early, like late high school signings, and then June you're gonna get that last bit of high school players that wasn't ready to graduate or whatever.
Hey, what do you say his name was again?
It was something Caldwell from
Yeah, here it
Houston.
is right here. Jamari Caldwell.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, he is available, and he hasn't decided yet. He's a defensive lineman. They definitely would need to pick him up.
Right. That's
Definitely.
Nwanko's teammate.
Yeah, they got it. They definitely probably in contention to get him.
Right.
But this is his NIL evaluation is 181,000.
Right. That guy's solid. I was watching when I
Yeah.
was just watching when they told us about Tyler Johnson. I was just watching the film on him, and them two stuck out to me. Him and Nwanko. I said, who is these guys? I kept getting him confused with 95. It was 93. 95 is pretty good on their team too. They're all their
Yeah,
whole interior.
Nwanko is solid.
Yeah, Nwanko is solid, but him right here, oh man.
Yeah, he's another solid one.
Oh man,
The Charles Taylor can't do nothing with these guys, bro. He got to go.
man, yo. And I
And he
was
got
checking out.
Warren Sapp coming too.
Right, and I was checking out the Samuel. I know. See, I can't have to say his name. The other DN, the freshman.
Mm-hmm.
I just did some research on him, and like he was like number 2 on their team, and like pass hurries. Like he was bringing all the pressure. Then he was second on the team in sacks. He didn't hardly
Right.
play. They said this man was gonna be something else on the team, but he left. He was tied with somebody else, like with Harry or sacks. And then he was right behind the sack leader on the team. I think they had 6, but he was right behind somebody with the hurries. I think he had like 15 hurries or something.
Yeah, I think Nwanko is a very good pickup.
Oh yeah,
Very good pickup.
you can't lose with that one. But I hope we kind of pick this guy up. But he'd be because he played like that sapper too. He kind of play like Swain. Like Swain. Have you checked some of the tape on some of the high school players?
Yeah, Swain. Yep, Brandon David Swain. Yeah,
that young man right there. Whew. I see him hitting it at Olay. I said, "Oh, he down there Olaying."
yeah, I see him doing really well, man. I
think
see
he
him
might
doing
start.
really well as well.
He might start coming out because he's already like 6'4", 260.
Right.
Getting there. He already signed, so he probably getting there in January. Put on about another 300, not 300, but about another 15 pounds, get around 300, or maybe 280, 290. Oh man, let's watch Nolan. You gotta
Somebody
watch it
said
right
we
there.
don't need any more diva receivers. That's hilarious. You said diva. He
That's
said
what you
we don't.
call him.
So what we need? Linebackers.
It's a,
Linebackers. We have
it,
linebackers.
right. We got
And
Wade and what's his name? DJ. But they said something about DJ Lundy. We got DK too, so it's like they think about DJ Lundy from Florida State, and
yeah, we
then
got
somebody
Demoy
else.
Kennedy.
Yeah, but I think DK and Wade would be good if they move Wade out to the middle backer with him. Oh, that's because see Wade could cover. He got like an 80 rating in his coverage. Like he green. He about to be like 90. He almost DB status. So they put him right there, and they get I don't know, somebody play the outside, or maybe have Bradley Brentley stand up. I don't know. You never know. Or we gotta stand up Owanko. Not Owanko, but Oladenko, Samuel.
Mm-hmm.
So we got that outside backer. Let the other guy rotate. Oh man. It's gonna be nice. And did you know the overall rating just went through the roof?
Yeah, I saw that. I was gonna go to that. Their rating went through the roof. because of why did they go to the? It was because of
Seaton.
Seaton. Yes, their rating went through the roof,
Mm-hmm.
like literally overnight.
Straight through the roof. They like,
Yep.
yo, I said it. I said he hitting that 93 points, and he hit it. He had 93 right at the close. He had 93.13 something overall team rating. Right now, we got to bring in 91s, 90s to bring the overall up. 80, 88s or 89s might bring it back down. Or it might hold it at like 93.131. We might drop the third. So, yeah, we looking right. He get 191, it'll go up to 93.8. And if he bring in a 5-star or 2, it will be a 94 overall rated team for sure. It's crazy. And 2 seasons, bro. And like literally like 1 year. This will be his first year. Like, remember he came this time last year. Crazy.
Yep.
Wow. Man ain't been there a whole year.
Cordell Russell was a good pickup. That was a really good pickup. Cordell Russell.
Right.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a really good year. I can feel it. It's like he's gonna have it's Shador. He's gonna be one of Shador targets. Shadozi Nwankwo was really good pickup.
Right, yeah. Shadozi. But
You were
that
just
Russell,
talking about Samuel Uncle right?
right?
From
Samuel
Pitt.
Uncle Lolo, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, red shirt. He said red shirt freshman.
Right, first year on the field, killed it.
Damn,
Just went crazy. I'm like, how did he just go crazy like that? He's a freshman.
he's good.
Whew. Next year he's gonna be amazing. He's gonna get that strength right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he I guess that's why he red shirted. He's on 225.
And he was kind of light, but he don't look too light. But he's swole up. But he put on another 15, 20 pounds this year. Oh, he gonna be just walking caking. Them youngsters gonna put on about 20 pounds too. 20, they gonna get up there and eat good and probably put on 20 pounds, 25 pounds.
And Khalil, I like Khalil Benson too. That was a pretty good pickup, and yeah, that was pretty good.
Hey, but I'm looking at the competition room just overall.
Yeah,
It look like a lot of our players gonna leave in the spring, man.
you said what's that? A lot of what?
Some of our players gonna leave in the spring or the fall.
I know I mentioned that earlier. I said, this portal is going to close. Then you said it open up for the bowl people, and then it closed again, and then it opens back up after the
No.
spring game or before the spring game,
I'm
and
talking
then
about
you
some of our
might have
CU
some
players.
players leave after that.
Right. It call it the dark period. It's just you can't get in the portal right now. So if you in the team, you can't leave right now. You know what I mean? Remember they gave him the 2 chances to leave, and plus the Feds shut him down. You
Yeah,
hear
they
about that?
did. Yeah,
Shut him
yep.
down.
They're allowing multi-transfer people to go play.
On top of that, with the NIL, shut him all the way down. Told the NCAA and the schools, if they try anything, the schools could be sued because you have no obligation or any kind of obligatory rights to even pursue that angle of contract. You can't.
Yeah, they're giving them too much power, man.
You can't.
NCAA. Yeah.
That's like Max. You brand Buff Nation. You know what I'm saying, right? And then I'm over here telling you how you gonna cut your deals with everybody, but I ain't got nothing to do with you.
Mm-hmm.
In law, in real life, you can't do that. So the federal government had to say, listen here, NCAA, remember, y'all just some football or whatever heck you only know what you're doing in the football. We the federal, we the courts. It's the courts, the real courts, GOP courts. Can't come in here. No. With that, that's against
But the
all
school
real
signed the
contracts.
jurisdiction to them, right? The school signed the jurisdiction to them, gave them the power.
Nah, this
Right.
like what they trying to do. That's like saying literally. This is like what a DBA is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so a DBA, you incorporate the DBA right through like an incorporated board that you have set up for yourself, right? Now, the NIL partnerships is like those DBA deals, but you have to have your own board set up to control your DBA. So it's almost like having a trust, a family trust almost. It's also like incorporating brands.
Right.
And when you incorporate yourself, You have to set your board, and you have to be a CEO of it. Like period. Can't nobody else be the CEO of your incorporated self. So when they incorporate themselves to do business under brand labels, and they can in control of that, they have to do that privately. So that go into private business. So you can't have a third party acting as administration over your private conduct. So
Yeah,
that's where
that
the
but
feds gonna step in and say, nah, you trying to this is illegal, and it's actually again that's slavery because freedom is the rights for you to negotiate within contract.
would
So
that be monopolizing though? If they trying to do that?
it's not even that, it's slavery.
What's my
If I bind you
NCAA?
if I bind you to a contract and you have no rights to negotiation, that's slavery within democracy. Democracy is giving you the right to write and negotiate your word on contract. Your name, image, and likeness. Let me show you something. What are you created after? Who created you? Or what did they say? You are created in what? You are created in the image and the
Oh God,
likeness of who? In
God self, God is
right,
one. I self, Lord and
right,
Master. Right.
right. So in that name, you hold that image. And what name do you hold that image in? That's the name of your family name. So your family name is bonded to the image and likeness of the culture and the creator of your people. All of that stuff is perpetual, like eternal. So you'll see your name, not just your whatever they call you, but your name, whatever your name is, you brand it, you market it, you did all that, you got to control it. You can only do partnerships, deals with people who are trying to do business with you like this. It's how it's supposed to really be the whole time. Actually, like I said, LeVar Ballers cracked the code when he incorporated his family and he put all his family down as board members and CEOs of their board of trust. So now, if you want to do business with the big baller brand, you got to do business with their family. Period, because that's how it's set up, and that's how it's supposed to be set up when you're dealing with name, image, and likeness, because that's who you are, like eternally as well. You know what I'm saying? That's why SAG fell off because now they have to reconstruct all of this under NIL. That's why all of the actors are mad because SAG has no more legitimate rights to hold your likeness against you. So now they got to reform all of this stuff. So that's why everything's going on crazy. Everybody flipping out right now. This NIL stuff is setting everybody back into contractual law to where you got to do business directly. You know what I'm saying? And there is no third party contract, and they can't attach you into bonding contracts that you have no idea of. It's getting to that now. So that's all it is.
Yeah, April 16th to April 30th, the second one, transfer portal.
You already said it. Oh, April what? The 2nd to the 30th?
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's the fall semester.
That's for the fall.
Yeah, right. So that's the 2 in 1 year they want players to take. So if you don't like the spring, you can leave in the fall and then go somewhere in the summer and be screwed. That's crazy.
Yeah, see, what's happening is if a player transfer into Colorado, right? See, what happened was, you remember last year when this didn't just happen with Coach Prime, it happened with other colleges as well. A player would come in the training camp, he'll transfer in, and for whatever reason he don't like his status on the team, he transfers somewhere else and he got to sit out. So they're saying that these players could
Right.
play now.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's like never, ever, ever, ever been done. Like
Yeah, they're
normally,
allowing it.
right. Normally you
So,
got to be there in the spring, first marking period to play, or before the spring first marking period. That Christmas you got to be in.
so if this stands, you're just definitely gonna see musical chairs each season. That's what you're
Right.
gonna see. Like we might not have the chance to get a player this season. We could get them next season, like
That's
that.
why, I say they need to get the NIL together. The players get what they can get out of because they put a tight hold on this.
They
Or
they
even
definitely gonna regulate. I can see them
They
regulating it.
they can't regulate business like the
yeah,
NCAA.
yeah, but it's,
They can't deal with like broker and marketing. They can't. That's free economy. They can't. They're not a government. They're an
yeah, they're gonna.
organization. What they could write the rules to is the schools with how the schools play games, when they could play their seasons. They can't tell nobody how to conduct business. They just
Well,
can't.
if that be the case, they're gonna have to fall off on the NCAA
No, what they
guideline.
what they doing is that they trying to make people hesitant to pay because they'll lose their investment if you pay somebody to come and then you'll just leave in 3 months. So they making the investors think harder on picking people up. Then they're gonna make the players think harder by leaving again in the summer, but then giving them that option to do that is gonna make business kind of funky.
So
So
that was me trying to do that right. You know, I'm not trying to cut you off. That was me trying to conduct business within the NCAA and just conforming. You know, just me right investing in that. I will if I was the NAA, you know what I'm saying, NCAA. I'm sorry, I keep
NCAA,
saying yeah, NCAA. If I was them, you know, they'll probably do start playing with that porter aspect of these players being transferred, you know, just bouncing around like that. They probably put like a 1 or 2 year between you can't transfer to after these certain time, limited time.
we'll see that'll make it a more secure investment, and that'll make investors that'll give investors a security to invest. So for them to have a long term plan for like 2 years, their players going to be here for sure, is making them more comfortable, to invest in the players. But if they think they have a short term chance, like a few months, they won't be so likely to invest. So the main thing NCAA probably can do is just make that security like a little bit more vital. So when we're looking at it like that, the NCAA can only do so much, and that's pretty much all they could do is tampering with security of investment, making the investment not happen. They have no control over. So,
Well, it won't be no need for them then if that be the case.
well,
You know what I'm saying?
in this aspect of business, no, there is no need. Their need is to only do what they're supposed to do, is to make sure these student athletes go to school and get an education. That's why the
So
AD.
that was Rick George, AD. Yeah, go ahead.
Right, right. That's what he was talking about when he was saying, because it was kind of a more secure thing when they could like make one train, or like first it was 2 years or whatever, or a year. Then when I went through this, because if you give a student a chance to settle at least 2 years, you can give him a chance to make another decision, but not give him too many to where you confuse the player. But make sure he gets an education, and that's why they push for that prime, that leader, that leader, the prime leaders that they're setting up there so people can get a degree in 2 years. You
But
know,
you know what though? But the say for instance, if I'm invested in a certain coach, right, to come in, and I'm one of the investors that sit on that board. The school's gonna get smarter, where to the point where they say, you know what, if we stop moving the coaches around, the good players won't be jumping in the portal and won't be playing monopoly with the system. You see what I'm saying? So till the school start, the investors start getting smarter, saying, okay, let's keep these coaches, guarantee these 5 years instead of just getting rid of them so often. You won't see no much activity in the portal if you got the investors there to make sure these players getting paid, make sure the coaching getting it, and just just gravitate to that. Because even you look at Hewitt Jackson, right, something down the ground, we know Graham don't have that much money. They just start back getting everything back up and running where they get some of their schooling certified, right. And Hugh Jackson only been there 2 years, and they got rid of him, and he was only making 44,100,000 a year, right? So that's not a lot of money, but at the same time, when you look trying to build a program in the porter, just moving and moving like building ant, like ants is just building a mound. It gonna take time to build a team, and then when you see that, they just they just tear it down because the vessel is itching to win. They gonna find out it's gonna hurt them in the long run because some of these schools in the bidding war, right, where they ain't got that much money to keep paying these coaches that they still owe 10 or 20 years ago.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't say that.
it definitely changed the way things are going to be done now, because if a player knows now that I don't know if the rule is going to change next year. They're talking about just right now for this year, they're going to allow them, or is that rule is going to stay like that? Or is it going to stay like that where multiple transfers can just go somewhere and play right away? Is that just
I
going to
thought they were
stand?
just I thought they were just temporary right now, right,
Yeah,
Tommy?
yeah,
It was this. See, this whole thing was okay. Now transferring. No, this is gonna get to the base, like, because the transfer in December and January, that's normal. The transfer part of this, all of this transferring, it's all normal. It's just the fact that players wouldn't normally transfer because they wouldn't want to leave the school they were at, and so what's making this thing a portal is the attraction of the brand deal, aka NIL. So the NIL is giving the exposure for players to want to transfer, which is making them transfer. The transfer system always been around. It's been around since I was in high school. It's the same thing. It's been that way since last year. You were able to, if you were a high schooler, if you were done early, you could transfer like right now, right before Christmas vacation. Before Christmas vacation, the last day, you get your grades out. Soon as the last marking period in the last semester, you still in school, but you could transfer to another school and you could be eligible to play for that school if it was in your district. That's always been the transfer rules for years. If you wanted to go to that school and you didn't play on the school, you could always transfer like regular, like at the summer in the summertime. So you could come and transfer during the summer. That's regular if you didn't play. That's regular. That's how it's always been. If you was in college, it was always like that. When you was in college, if you came in the spring and you played for somebody else, you had to come in the Christmas break. It's always been that. That's always the players never transfer schools because for one, coaches like once you commit to a school, another coach can't influence you to come to their school. That's entrapment, right? They'll say you entrapping my player to come to your school, and you'll end up like Michigan right now. That's what Michigan going through. So you couldn't do none of that. But what's doing that, entrapping the players, they want to say that NIL is entrapping the players. So I'm just going to play it simple. This is what they're trying to say. They're saying the NIL is making players want to transfer, which is equivalent to entrapping players. We should get rid of the NIL because it's making players want to transfer. That's the portal. That's
Hey
the whole
Thomas,
scheme. Go
hey
ahead.
Thomas, I agree with you, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? I was saying, for as I think much of the NIL traffic is coming from the coaches leaving.
Well, see,
You get what I'm saying? Do you
what
agree or what you think about that?
in the past, that's when players got coaches and players almost got caught or got close to being entrapped. Sometimes coaches they'll get fired. Sometimes the players don't leave. Like throughout history, we can see that throughout history. Sometimes coaches, all the time, coaches get fired.
Look at Texas
Players,
A&M. I'll just throw that back in while you building the Texas A&M. More prime example. You got the investor is the coach.
well, that too is a lot of that goes into that. You know, what I mean, it could be many things, but was what they that would have been normal business. That would have been business as usual. That would have been like regular football. If a coach leaves and then the next year the player transfers and go play with the coach again at another school. That's typical transferring. That's transfer portal still. That's still the transfer portal, except it's not it's not pulling in because it's a portal pulling you to it so much more now because the NIL you can go somewhere else and make this team, better and be highlighted at this team and get an NIL deal. Now that's making players that's good on other teams want to play on other teams instead of sitting on the bench. Because we all know it's players that's second string players, that's first team players on other teams, but they stay because I mean, what's the point of me leaving because they losing? Even if I do go over there and do good, what's the point? Because I ain't getting nothing out of it. But now they're thinking I'm a second string player. I could be a starter somewhere else, and if I go there and be a star, I can get an NIL deal. That's the tampering of the recruiting was going on. So that's what they're really mad about.
Yeah,
And that's what's the new thing they can't handle because they can't stop it because it is what it is. And it's really making it college. I would say it's making it better because now the skill level is being more stretched throughout the variety of the college teams. And like they were saying, I'm hearing a lot like a lot of the first place talent level teams aren't too far away from the 20th place talent level teams and so
that's
on and
true.
so forth. So now we're seeing more teams with more high quality style players to make give them what they wanted, right? They wanted the sport to be more exciting. It can't be exciting when one team is OP and all the good players don't even play and the other
Just like
team
Alabama, I can't stand them dudes, man.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you got all them 5 stars on the
Man, I'm
bench.
telling you, man, Alabama, bro. I
Hey,
respect it though. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I respect it, bro. I can't stand Alabama, bro.
I love it because now teams like Humboldt County, Sacramento State, San Diego State, whatever state college you around your area, they're going to be able to now go back and get really good high school players because they're not going to get paid just yet, and they can come and play at at a 4A or whatever, just get in here and play. The Mountain West, their games are going to be better because better players are going to come and want to play and out of high school and still get in the portal later when they make a name there at these schools playing. And then the talent level is going to raise in those schools, so you can't say those schools don't have good players. This is going to reflush the whole college look and give everybody a real good chance to really just play football like
This,
children
this,
and everybody.
this is why I look at the HBCU, right, and they just as used as a safe conversation, right? Even the ones that know, they go to colleges and go to the good colleges and sit on the bench by the year. One, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna use Jackson as an example, right? If Jackson would have sold, if Taylor would have sold to the players that come play for him and funded them through Coach Prime or to the five, to the good school Power Fives and that, what I'm saying? You'll have quality players that come play.
Right.
Do that? Do you think that'll be a good which that'll help HBCUs as well? The SWAC and MEAC and all that.
Right. And that's what's going on. A
What
lot of
y'all
these
think
people.
about that? You know what I'm saying? Instead of if the HBU instead of trying to compete with with the Power Five, 12, and tens, you know what I'm saying? Won't they be a partnership with these guys of keeping them on for sitting on the bench for so long? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Instead of saying the 5 star going to waste, keep they all running, the engine running.
Yeah.
The SWAC
They,
gonna end up at the 3, 4 stars. They going there now.
yeah. Yeah, they getting their fair share of 3 and 4 stars.
Yeah. I agree.
Yep.
Right. Now it's just balling out and just getting known. And if you might want to transfer if you can, hey, it's well, man. I love it. I love it,
Yeah,
man.
they can transfer if they ball out. Like if they go to like HBCU, they ball out and they gonna be in high demand. Like,
Right.
you know,
You're right. You're right. They're gonna be in
I
high
like
demand.
how I keep it interesting now. Like, because before you only had the top few schools got all these players, and at the end of the year, like only a few handful of schools gonna play for the national title.
Right, you get them guys a chance. You got 12 teams you can be able to compete for that. I think that's only warranted, right? Because at the end of the day, I think college have a short season to me. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it is.
Yeah, it's too much shit going around to say, okay, since we paid the players, y'all gonna have to play more games. You know what I'm saying? I think you're gonna
They
look
going to
forward in the
12
future.
teams, right?
Right.
That's
You
right.
look forward in the future, they're gonna be playing more than 12 games, bro.
Is that in
Before the playoff.
2024?
It's college. Is it what in 24?
Is that 2024? They going to 12?
The 12
Yeah,
team
they did the
playoff.
12-team playoff. Yes.
Yeah, that extends the season.
Well, it'd be more
I'm talking
like
about regular season game
it.
too.
Where they can't extend the seasons because people in college is multi sports. So if you playing
Why
hoop,
not, brother? Why not, brother?
because you might play hoop and be on a track team, or you might play football and play basketball. So like you got to have an end season. You got to get the athlete time to
Yeah,
study.
yeah,
So you
yeah.
can't over there look. That's the only reason why the season's so short in prep school play. Like pro
Yeah,
play is like all year, but
yeah, the season is mad short.
yeah, it's hoop season right now, and like
Yeah,
if you was playing a football and you a hooper, you got to hoop now. And if you hooping, you hooping, you still got to study. So if you want a track team and all, they don't want to overwhelm students with seasons in school, so they got to have a off season like throughout the school period. But I would like to see them just play this little bye weeks. They're gonna play these bye weeks as playoff games. You know what I mean? Like this week and next week, the bowl games are being played. They probably gonna play the bowl weeks. I mean the bowl games. Like there's not gonna be no there's gonna be no bye week. I'm looking at it. They're gonna play the whole month of November and December. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like the regular playoffs. But it is because it's mimicking what's going on because the rest of these other teams they're gonna have all these good players too. It's no more of that, yo. There's no more Bama holding 20,000 5 stars and never playing, bro. those. No more of that.
Oh, so you saying the bye weeks that they didn't play, they gonna fill that spot with a game instead of just having them being out.
Hmm.
Yeah, that'll be a 13 game right there, right?
Right. Your last game, your conference
Right,
game, your
right.
bowl game, your playoff game, but then championship game.
But what AutoZone doing with a bowl, bro?
They paid the money. They paid the millions, to get that bowl game. You just got to pay.
Yeah, I was just being funny, but I said
Yeah.
AutoZone
Do they
shit.
really got an AutoZone one?
Yeah, man, with Capital One,
Oh man, what is it? What's the bowl? The AutoZone Bowl?
some shit like that.
That's hilarious.
Right. There's gonna be more bowl games going on now with the playoffs. Like all the other, like it's gonna be more bowls for like all the little Mountain West teams, the little. They might bring up some of them what's the names to play some of these Mountain West teams and stuff like that. Like the HBCU, like back in the day, like put more of the like whatever who they play, like NC State or whatever, like a Celebration Bowl or whatever. More of those kind of games to help those leagues get better and then look better in the whole setting in this whole setting of it. You know what I mean?
But
Yeah.
they charging the ABCU too much to play them, bro.
How
I
much?
know.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
How
Yeah,
much they
that's insane. A million,
mm.
million and some change. I think ain't it a million? Tom?
So I think it should be something like that. They both got to drop a million
Yeah.
for the.
It's probably up there. Yeah.
That's why they got to
Didn't
get
it
their
take
money
him about a million something just to go to the game?
Nope.
right. Yeah, to cover it. Yeah, they got to pay the
It's
fee to
big
cover
money
it.
in college football.
They put up the money to promote it, and then they get all the money. They split the money they gain from like showing it. You know what I mean? So 2 million together, they get the publicly nationwide or whatever, get everybody to watch. Get their media right. Then whatever they make off the media,
But
they
it would
split
make
it.
sense, if a team from the SWAC go do that, right? Why don't the SWAC or the supporting team, the teams that play in the SWAC, help support that HBCU or going up there and play? You get what I'm saying?
Right. It's
That never made sense to me. There ain't no unity right there. You agree
every
or what you think?
I think every HBCU team that gets 6 wins should play like a mid, like like Power 5 team. Just to like show like the skill level of play. I don't think HBCUs to play against other HBCUs no more. I think they should let them play against like NC State,
Yeah, yeah.
like Ohio State, like Oklahoma State, like Oregon State, like all the state schools, like all the
Yeah,
state
yeah, yeah.
schools.
I even think the MEAC need to join the SWAC, make a power conference. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me though.
Yeah, this is me throwing stuff. But what they want to do is the Pac-12. They want to make their own little subdivision, sub league. Where they pay to half the team. They want to cancel the NIL, which is hypocrisy and blasphemy, bandits, and they want to only pay half the team NIL deals through the ratings, and then they want to pay the team like a flat rate, but then they only want to pay half the team like viewing like viewers revenue, which is crazy.
That's the strategy how they played them athletes. They were paying them $5 every year. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I agree, man. Like I say, I think the swag and them need to get it together. Because at the end of the day, when you look at their storyline and whatnot, them schools don't really want to deal with the football team no more. To be honest, I'm just being real. And people think I'm just saying this to be funny, but in 20 years, they don't look for the HBCU to stay open anyway. You know what I'm saying? They think the football team's a headache. They more focused on the band than anything. Dance line, all that shit. They ain't worried about no football team. But you know
Yeah.
what? I'm telling you, just like when you look at CU, right? CU was on their downfall, bro. If you ever go watch these videos that Colorado put out, I went and watched some, right, Matt, and it
Mm.
was showing how they were showing CU was losing so much before Coach Prime came. They didn't
Mm.
see no point even having a football team anymore. And then when Coach Prime showed up, their spirit jumped up again. So I think you look forward for Coach Prime to be there for a good while, bro. He's guaranteed stepping stone because if Coach Prime never came there, see, you would have closed their football team.
I
Just
think
what
he
I
gonna
gather
be
from
there.
these videos I watch.
I think he gonna
It's,
be there as long as he want to be there.
that's from the residents I watch. Go back and watch. I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna drop something in the Discord and let y'all check that out, bro. That's why I
Yeah,
started gathering some of the information. It's
he
from the people.
definitely revitalized it. He
Because
definitely
they never saw
revitalized
no point.
the
They
program.
never saw no point. Yeah, they never saw no point in having a football team because it wasn't getting no revenue in the city. It was going on a decline.
Turned to a
Yeah,
big debt.
yep. He definitely came in. That's the biggest win right there. It's not look, he can have a losing season next year, right? And still be there for the next 10 years because he's bringing in money. That's the biggest win that the school made all that money.
Right.
Yeah,
And
they beat their rival, you know. They was like,
yeah,
we don't care how many you win, just beat your rivals. He beat the rivals. And then he put the bodies in the stands.
right.
And then not only that, it was a double whammy because when he went to the away games, those games sold out. It was a lot of CU supporters at those games.
Crazy.
So that's what he brought to the table. That
Man,
was that was major.
even the home people that on the way game that said, I ain't never went to the football game till Cole Prime came on the scene. And
Yeah,
they just
man.
came up there just to see Cole Prime. That's it.
That
Imagine.
you talk about winning and losses. No, he won. That was a complete win, a 360. And
Complete.
it hasn't been done in a long time for a coach to come around and do that. That hasn't been done in a while. And that's what he did. Look at the revenue that the city is making. Man, listen, he'll be there as long as he want to be there.
Right. And
Somebody
more.
gonna try to snatch him though. It's gonna be one of these schools that's gonna come and try to give him a bag. It's gonna be maybe after next season, but he, he'll be going into his third season. I don't see him doing that. I see him living out the rest of his contract, fulfilling the rest of his contract. Then at that point he'll decide whether he
Yeah,
want
they
to do it.
yeah, all the other schools know he get down. They know they gotta have let Prime have his full control. They gotta let him do it how he want to do it.
Oh,
And
they'll
I
give
think
it
the
to him.
other schools understand that. They let him do it.
These other schools will let him do it now.
Yeah. That shit, Prime, do what you want to do. Prime come in there and start painting shit and putting the dome on top of shit. They're like, hold up now.
But
Like you
he
said,
like
I was
it.
doing I got to do.
I think he liked where he's at. So that's a plus for that school because he said he's fine there. He don't want to go anywhere else. So
Right.
Look at
he's
Prime,
good.
you know they got a baseball team, right? They
No,
already got an instrumental. They got an instrumental baseball team up there, and they could turn that team to CU. They waiting on to get approved.
yeah, I know. He said he want a baseball team there.
He already
Anyway,
built the best football team CU ever seen.
Yep, in a
They ain't never
while.
had a team like no ever. Period.
What
I don't,
CU?
they ain't never been rated 93.
you think
In the
so, bro?
'90s? No. In the
Cornell,
'90s they were.
oh no, yeah,
Yeah,
man.
Rashawn Salam, dog. No, that team was great. They won a national title, dog.
It wasn't
Yeah,
93 though.
Cornell scored in
Yeah,
them,
they won
man.
a national title. No,
I
that
remember.
team
I
was good in
remember
the
that.
'90s. I remember it.
I remember
Yeah,
them
that team was
Nebraska
good. I
days.
even had a Colorado jersey back in the day. I
I
had a
remember.
Rashawn Salam one. This was back in
I
the
had.
day.
I had this them playing Colorado jerseys. Areas all through Cali. I remember. I
Yeah,
remember
man, they
that
were
team.
good back then.
It wasn't 93.
Yeah,
It's
especially
just
in the
that
'90s,
a
man.
lot of people don't. With
They
some
was
people
rated.
are not old enough to remember, or some people old enough to remember. It's just been so
See, I was
long.
in junior high. I was in junior high. You heard me,
I remember them Nebraska days, but they still wasn't beating Notre Dame or Michigan or none of that. They
man.
wasn't even
Yeah,
beating
back
Cal.
in the
See, you
day
was
they
balling,
was.
bro. They
No,
was
They
balling, bro.
absolutely
won.
it was.
They won that natty. I remember that when that natty. But it was that's when Cal was falling and UCLA was falling. And
They were
then
balling, bro.
it wasn't even.
Yeah, they were balling.
They was all right, but they wasn't rated like this team. They wasn't rated 93. They was rated back then, and they wasn't 93. This the
But
highest rated team.
that team could have easily beat this team. Easily.
I'm telling you.
Dude, I remember when Rashawn
Story.
Salam, I remember the game, right? It was a pack. I'd never forget it. He needed a few yards to over 1,000. And if he had got it, they knew he was going to win the Heisman Trophy, and he got it. He
I
got his
remember.
yards. He had a big run, and they knew that he was about to win the Heisman Trophy. That was an
Right.
exciting year. I remember that. I wasn't even a CU fan. I remember that one.
I remember Ron Salam year, but this year they got 2 Heisman Trophy candidates, maybe 3.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You remember when Cordell played there?
I remember when
Man,
Cordell played. I
Cordell was
was
throwing
young though.
passes,
Yeah, he was
punting,
a
and
beast,
I
bro.
kicking
was super
field
young when
goals and
Cordell
shit.
played. Yeah, I was
You
like
remember
10.
Westbrook? You remember Westbrook?
I remember Russell Westbrook played. I remember all them early college. That's when I was
Okay.
watching college football.
Yeah. Like, I know I'm the elder statesman here, but y'all got to,
But
I
I'm
Yeah,
remember
man,
that
telling you,
I'm
team.
Ray.
44 years old, bro. You
Look,
ain't by yourself.
yeah, I'm
Oh, you
41.
say you 44?
Yep.
I'll
Okay,
be
so you got to remember then.
yeah,
Yeah, you
Yep.
man.
remember.
I'll be 42 in 2 weeks.
Okay, so you got. Oh yeah. So wait a minute. I'm so used to in this space talking to younger people. No,
Man,
you
they
guys.
go Yosta, man.
We're in
I'm
the
born
same age group.
1979 November, bro.
Oh no, we're in the
November
same age group. So
1979.
y'all remember. Yeah, we're
I'm
in the
November
same age.
82.
28th.
January 6th, 82.
November 28th, 1979.
Okay, so yeah, y'all remember.
Yeah, man. I remember all
Y'all,
that, man.
if you old enough to remember when if you old enough to remember the Charles Barkleys, then you know.
So I remember the
So you
Barkley.
Eric Bieniemy, Chad Brown,
Yep.
Rashawn
Yep.
Salam. I can go all the way down.
Yep.
That team was the shit. Let me tell you.
I can remember. I remember watching the last Celtic Laker game. When Magic won. I bust my head the same night. He had to go
Oh
to the
damn.
hospital. Got like
And you took
9
it back
stitches.
there.
Yeah, I watched that game. Me and my whole family, everybody at the house, they was blowing that good in the back. I must have caught a contact and started flipping on the bed and flipped back and split my head right down the top on the side of the heater. Like I had like 19 stitches. I still got the mark on my head. I'll never forget it. We was watching that dang Laker game. Well, I can watch a Magic play. I was so devastated when they said he got the big one. I'm like, oh no.
You talking about one of them old heaters? You talking about
He
one of them
was
old
scared.
heaters?
Man.
Yeah, with them old wall heaters.
Yeah, the
The
old
wall
wall
heaters,
heaters, yeah.
yeah, man. Flipping on the bed, I flip back in my head.
Oh,
I look
them.
back. I said I must have been, because I had to, if I would have went a little bit more up, it would have hit me dead in the back of my head, probably killed me. But like how it hit me, it just grazed the top of my head and
And
just
them iron heaters too.
with the sharp corners. You know
Yeah,
what I
the
mean?
sharp corners, yeah.
Yeah, I bet that heater ain't moved. It's still blowing.
Yeah,
Still
I
ain't
still
going
got
nowhere,
some marks on my body from that.
right? I think I look back on it. I know I must have had an angel watching me because ain't no one in the world I just missed that heater that close. Like I
God.
don't know. I was like, I wasn't supposed to die then. That was it. That was it 86, 87? I remember that like it was yesterday. But yeah,
Yeah.
remember all UCLA days, the Cal Berkeley days, the UNLV days,
UNLV days, Jerry Tarkanian.
all of that, man. That's when I was loving sports. That's when Dion was coming in. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, you remember D Neon D we used to call him Neon Dion.
Neon Dion. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
Neon, because when the lights
That,
come on, he
because
activates.
that's why
Hey, Coquan.
that's how I knew that this whole thing was seed was Prime. It felt like Prime so much. Like flips happen all the time, but like it was just like Dion. Like when Dion was in college, he's staying in college, he's going to the pros, he's playing baseball, is he going to the is he going here, is he going to Atlanta? He go to Atlanta, is he staying in Atlanta, is he playing baseball, is he playing football, is he going here, is he going to the Niners, is he staying in Atlanta? Is he going here?
Yep.
Is he going to the Giants? Is he going to the Bills? What is going on with Dion? Oh, he
His
go to the
name is
Niners.
Deion Sanders.
Then
That's
then
how
he go
Bobby Bowden used
But,
to
but,
pronounce his
look,
name.
look. Then he
but
go
he
to
was
the
always with
Niners.
MC Hammer too. He was
Yeah,
always with
MC
MC
Hammer,
Hammer,
all
Arsenio
of them
Hall and them.
niggas famous. MC
Yep.
Hammer, Michael Jordan,
Arsenio
everybody.
Hall.
Magic
Yep.
Johnson, Arsenio, and all you hear Dion. Dion, go to the Niners. He staying with them. He win the Super Bowl. He staying with the Niners. You go to the Niners. Nope. Go to Dallas. The man
Dude,
stayed.
this guy played in a NFL game and a baseball game the same damn day.
Man,
That's never going to be done again.
World
Never.
Series and a Super Bowl in the same month.
He had to get on the private. Remember that he had to get on the private jet and go to the game. That
Say
never will happen again.
my
Never.
mom and daddy, they almost at their 70s, right? And they remember him.
Yeah.
They don't watch football like that.
Listen.
But they know.
Prime was the only defensive back other than Lawrence Taylor catching all that media, man. That's
Yeah.
why I said this feels so. And then he had, oh boy, opposite tackle. He the only one. He the only one who ever cost. What is Palm doing? Palm,
He's what you call a showstopper. I remember, I never forget, it was against the New York Giants. It was in Giant Stadium. Bill Parcells, like, he had this look on his face. He said that punter better not kick it to him. He better not kick it to him. And what happened was, I don't know if the wind blew the ball his way, but he tracked that ball down. Well, he wasn't supposed to catch it. He went and tracked the ball down, and then he just but by the time he went to the 50-yard line, he was already celebrating. He was already high stepping at the
Man, he was
50-yard
an
line.
outfielder. You couldn't beat him. He was an outfielder. He gonna know where that ball going.
Yeah, but he kept because he was doing the come here motion. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
kick that ball to me.
that's what I'm saying. He was an outfielder. He tracked that ball down.
Yeah, that
He
was a
pretty good
bad man.
outfielder.
That man was illegal. He was bad though.
he
That
got a
was a
baby
bad
Dion.
man.
He got a baby
That man
Dion
was
on the
bad.
team. You know that, right? The baby Dion on the team.
Huh?
Baby Dion on the team already. Little Cam, that man that's little baby Dion.
Oh, Cam?
He played DB. He played DB and receiver.
Yeah, he do play DB.
Man, you see him
He
playing.
got speed.
You see him
But
playing.
his thing was he could read the quarterback. He knew exactly where that ball was going. And yeah, he knew I remember he picked off Troy Aikman. I never forget that. He knew exactly where that ball was going, and then he was right there. He jumped it.
Troy was high too.
As soon as he jumped the ball, if nobody was around, you can't catch him. There was no way he was gonna catch him. He was just high stepping. I remember it was crazy.
Football was so lit back then, man. It was this. Then like college was so lit, you feel me? Because then like after him, you had the college boys going off. I think it was like Ricky, you know what I'm saying? Tennessee, you had Eddie George. Who was Eddie George? I don't say another thing.
But it was back then it was Dion and it was
Damien.
Bo Jackson.
Well, yeah, that just made everybody just stick with it, Bo and Dion. But like at that time, remember they was trying to make us look like fiends and dope boys and drug dealers and thugs and hooligans wearing our hats backwards and saggy pants. Pull your pants up. And Dion and them, without them, they would have blew our image to the roof, like for real. Like they was like, MC kind of fell off with the horses. He kind of broke them. The Prime, Michael, who else was it? Arsenio Hall when he faded out, you know what I mean? People like him, Eddie Murphy, he was like not like a stamp for us. They kind of kept our image straight. You feel me? He doing it today too, still. Like, you know what I'm saying? After all this madness they trying to portray on our people, you feel me? People like him, still again, you know what I'm saying? Do it again in this era and time. He doing what he do back then. But back then it was Max. You know how it is, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, they were hating on us, but we maintained the culture shift. You know what I'm saying? Everybody always love the image of. They can't wait to see what we do next. Even though we have our faults, but at the same time, as a people as a whole, we are the culture. We are, you know what I'm saying, the environment. We are the, you know what I'm saying, just deep study. That ain't gonna go too far with that, man. Let me hush.
Look, my top athlete might surprise you though. My top athlete of all time is Serena.
Serena Williams?
Yeah. She was
Oh, yeah.
she was the most dominant in her sport.
She was a go hard. I just had a crush on her when I was little. When she had all
Her,
them cakes.
Dion, and Bo Jackson, and Michael Jordan.
Right? People like them kept everybody had the Serena Williams poster, you know what I'm saying? When she had them cakes out in the back. That blue poster. Oh my God. Ooh, that's heavy.
Yeah, there was some good ball back in the day, man.
Serena used to get down. I remember watching her on the floor model. Her when they was 10 and 12.
Right.
In the day.
Hey, man, but
on channel 13 and 4.
When we came up, bro, you had a plethora of teams that was good.
Yeah,
When
they
you look
all
at
had stars on them.
basketball, you had Boston Celtics, you know what I'm saying, the Pistons, 76ers.
Yeah.
That's my man. Even in the football, you didn't know who to be for. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was good back in the day.
Yeah, they had
Ball
they had
players.
stars on every team, just about. Yeah.
Yeah, you had some good ball, man.
Good ball, yeah.
That's why, like, I was like, people say, "What's your favorite college team?" Like, huh? I grew up in the '80s and '90s, man. Like, I get it, man. We mess with all the teams because we was just like, you feel me? We was happy to see our people do good. You know what I
Man,
mean?
I was a bandwagon in the NBA, bro. One while I might be a Pistons fan, then I've been Chicago Bull. Then you know what
Oh
I'm saying?
no, you was
But don't
big
You
forget
know,
buddy.
Danny Ainge. Boston
yeah,
Celtics.
yeah, all of them were good, bro.
You said he was big bunny hopping.
Man, what?
Where you hopping to?
Man, I went from the Pistons to the I kind of follow Dennis Rodman, right? And he
Mm,
went over to the Bulls,
The San
when they
Antonio
had
Bulls.
Joe, yeah, when they had Joe Dumars and all them and Harper and all them that were playing,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, with the Pistons, and I kind of follow what you call over there with the Jordan and them. So Dennis Rodman. That's why I always
Yeah,
look at
Jordan was
Draymond.
so, Jordan was such the man. They came out with the Jordan rules. Remember that?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
had Jordan rules to try to stop the Bulls. It still didn't work.
I
That's why
think
I kind of looked at Draymond as similar to Rodman. He had certain characteristics.
Yeah, Draymond could have played back in the day. He definitely
Yeah,
could have.
yeah,
they
yeah.
would have whooped his ass too.
He gonna have.
Somebody need to sock him in the
I'm
face.
gonna tell you something though.
He needs to tighten up though.
Moving forward, he gonna have to tone it down now. Moving forward,
You think so?
yeah, he won suspension away from retirement.
I don't think that.
Yeah,
I
they got it out for him now.
Oh yeah, they won't keep suspending him for days though. They're gonna keep doing that.
Well, he's
No,
suspended
they tired of him.
indefinitely.
They tired of him, bro. They
He's
tired of him.
he's
They just
suspended
tired of the ways.
indefinitely now.
Hey,
Wait, huh?
if he didn't win them, if he didn't win them championship games, they would have been got rid of him.
You say
They
he's
tired of
suspended?
him.
Oh, wait a minute. I know somebody gonna bring up Pippen. Wait a minute. I got a clip for you. Pippen was actually dominant. You remember when Jordan went to go play
Oh
baseball?
yeah. People
You
were
remember when he
showing
went to
up.
go play baseball, right? Yes, they made the playoffs, but go watch what he did to Patrick Ewing.
When he
What
boomed this
what
thing,
what Pippen did to Patrick Ewing was just so disrespectful. He did it in Madison Square Garden. He dunked on him
walked over him.
and then stood over him. Go look at it. No, Pippen was the man, yo.
Yeah, he was.
Pippen was a bully out there.
You
No,
can't
but
leave
the
out.
all-time most disrespectful thing for the Knicks was Reggie Miller. I never forget
Oh
it,
yeah.
dog.
Oh yeah.
It was on NBC. I never forget it.
And Miss
It was
Sparks.
13 seconds. No, it was 12 seconds. He beat the Knicks in 12 seconds. Never forget that. And then he looked at
Mm-hmm.
Spike Lee and did the choke. And then he did
Mm-hmm.
the choke sign to Spike Lee. I never forget. He was the all-time Knick killer. Reggie Miller, man.
Sparks couldn't handle Reggie or none of that. Even when
Yo,
they
that
got
dude was a
Sanford,
marksman.
even when they got the Spreewell in there, Spreewell couldn't handle him either. So it was just like, man, y'all tripping, man. That was
Shit,
trash.
Reggie Miller was Steph Curry in the day.
Nah, he wasn't Steph. Nah, he
No,
wasn't
he
Now,
was
Steph.
I'm just saying, man. Hey, look, you been watching Miller when he was playing at the
That
time.
boy, he's
I'm
a
talking
listen,
about
nasty.
the shooting three, bro.
I
dude, go
remember
watch the film
he
with
30.
with,
Oh,
with
I
Scottie
don't know
Pippen.
you been watching Reggie, bro.
Go
Reggie was
watch the
30.
film with Scottie Pippen dunking over Patrick Ewing, man.
Oh yeah,
He owned them, man.
I seen
He
that.
actually was nasty than people thought he was.
Uh,
He was a silent assassin.
he was a bully out there. Pippen was a bully
Well,
on
no,
the
he had
defensive.
to. He had to. Remember the Knicks used to bully him when they had rest in peace to him. What was his name? They had not Oakley. He's still around. I ran into him the
If,
about last week. I didn't know he lived around here.
if
But
Pippen was like that, unfortunately, it was Rodman and then Pippen. They was the
then
only
you
one.
had what's his name?
Harper,
What's his name that passed away? Um, it was Oakley and what's the other guy name?
Harper, Grant,
Huh?
Horace Grant,
No,
Harper.
not Horace Grant on the Knicks.
On the Knicks. Oh, it was Patrick Ewing. Oh, it was Oakley and who else? They big. Them but they big Sparks,
It was another big guy that used to be.
Latrell.
He was like one of the bullies.
I'm lost.
He passed away.
I remember Charles Oakley, Patrick Ewing. I forget Sparks' first name. Latrell Sprewell, and who was y'all? And Mark Allen. Allen. Weak
Because they
Allen.
used to go at
Marcus Allen.
Pippen a lot.
Allen was trash.
You ain't talking about Green, is you?
No, it was he was a power forward. I can't remember his name right.
Houston Allen. powerful. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. I know they starting 5. I'm trying to think who you talking about. I remember it was Sparks, Houston Allen, Charles Sprewell, Charles Oakley, Patrick Ewing. Who was they power forward?
Well, I'll tell you right now.
But I don't think Latrell was
Because
there
you
when they
had
played the Bulls. He
Anthony
was
Mason.
Yeah, Anthony Mason.
big
Anthony Mason.
big bubbly eyes, big bubbly, big eye Anthony Mason.
That's who Pippen. He had to go against all of them, man.
They used to stay getting into it. Pippen
Yep.
and Mason, yeah.
And
Anthony
Oakley
Mason.
wasn't trying to have it either. So
Oakley, old boy, used to be sitting there looking crazy.
he
Patrick,
was
he didn't want no smoke with Jordan. Jordan just woo wee. Oakley too.
Anthony Mason.
Yeah, them big old eyes. That's all I see right now is them eyeballs.
So, like I said, like Draymond Green, he could have played back then. He got an old school mentality, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's like an enforcer, and he definitely could have played on the Pistons. Definitely with Bill Lane being them. Oh yeah, they would have loved him.
Oh yeah. Look,
But nowadays he can't do that no more. Nowadays you just can't. It's a different game now.
It's a different world.
It's not that some people say the game is softer. It's not that the game is softer, it's just the rules change. And but back then, man, they used to have the fights and all that. Remember with the Pistons get going against the Celtics fighting? Yeah, it was crazy.
The people now they're just not into that no more.
Yeah.
This generation too Charmin.
Don't sleep on Larry Bird. He used to get into it as well. Larry
Bird
Bird,
talk big mess.
They call him the Hick from the French League.
You know what I'm saying? Larry Bird used to break ankles.
Yeah, Bird was nasty. It was this one game where when Sean Kemp first came into the league, right? He had to play the Celtics, and Larry Bird went up to him. He was like, "Yeah, you were the guy that you torched my brother in college, right?" He was like, "Yeah, that was me." He said, "I got your ass today." No, he said, "Your ass is mine." He said, "Your ass is mine today." And he commenced to torching him. It's crazy. Larry Bird was the man,
Yeah, Larry with that little back down post spin, whatever it drop step he used to do.
Yeah.
The back up and then shoot the 3. That used to do break ankles. Well, how you doing? It looked like people don't understand. Like back then, they were so sharp in their moves. They're just like it was like they'll walk by you, bro. Like it was so. Now they want to do all the extra dribble out and stuff, doing it, make it all spectacular. But the pros then, they just lay up over you, couldn't even stop it. Like, bro, shoot around your face, couldn't even, like it was just something different. Now they put a lot of antics on the game to where they think is, I don't know. The old school game was way more precise than this game now today. How they play the ball, they don't move it right. They don't. The technical part of the game still there, but it's more of like a showman's game now. It's not a team game like how it used to be. You know what I mean?
The last of the old ways is he getting ready to retire soon. LeBron, he's it. After he retired, that'll be it for the old style of basketball. That'll be it.
Right. I gotta give LeBron that.
He's the last of it.
Right. Yeah, I say he is the last of it because after him, this is gonna be Steph Curry era, and then it's gonna be
and then he'll be ready to retire pretty much for after that.
Right.
He's been in the league a while too.
21 years, bro.
Yeah. That's the last of it, man. The last of the old school ball. But right. LeBron was able to transition nicely, though. I like how he did it.
Right.
Durant still up.
Huh?
Durant still playing.
Yeah, Durant. Yeah, he's still playing. But, after them guys is done, that'll be it. Because, they were heavily influenced by the old school players.
Right. Because they caught a little bit of that. They caught, Gary and them.
Yeah, they caught a little bit of it.
And Kobe and all of that, you know what I mean? Like, everybody after Kobe, because Kobe caught Jordan era and Shaq.
He was influenced by Jordan, right?
Right, you know what I'm saying? Because he came in right when Jordan. That's why I'm telling people, like, man, you see how old Jordan played Kobe? You see how he played Kobe, right? Now imagine Jordan at 20 against Kobe at that time. Come on, get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. There's no comparison. Jordan is gonna go crazy. You know what I'm saying? There's no comparison, right? But he caught that, and then you see how Kobe did the league. Nowhere near couldn't nobody touch Kobe. And Paul Pierce tried it, but nah, not so much Kobe. And then LeBron, but kind of like Kobe, but not so much Kobe. KD, nah. Who we got?
That's why I like the college football scene. It's still exciting to me. You know, it's still got that excitement, with the fans and stuff. And I like that more so than the NFL.
Yeah, the NFL get too politicky, get too political, and you don't even know nobody other than people they put in front of you. So it's like, and like I think college you could like have like a little bit more of a relationship with the team than the NFL, because it's
Yeah,
so
just the
private.
whole fanfare, the bands, the
Mm-hmm.
mascots, you know.
Right.
Even college basketball is all exciting.
Right, college spirit, because you like sports, high school and college, because like you could like the people, the fans, the parents, or the mothers and fathers, they get to actually still be a part of it, kind of a little bit more like than the pros. And the pros is like media pass or owner's box or player. You know what I'm saying? In college, you could be, board this, supporter this a volunteer this, or this school media this. All this. The players are more accessible. School traditions, rivals, state rivals, family members. All of this is so much more than college than the NFL and pros, professional sports, and just general. Because we get to get involved with it, like a little bit more. You know, like one day you could probably bring in somebody and talk, interview a player or something. Like you can still do it with a pro too, but like it's just more hands on. I think
Yeah.
more open to the public to make it plain. It's always gonna be like that, man. It's better to go into the park than the museum sometimes. Just chill at the park. Museum, you might gotta pay. But it's college, yo. That's like you get a freedom in college. Like you could like a lot of college teams. You don't have to just have one. Like I never really just had. Have you ever just had one favorite college team that you like? This is my team. Like, I like this college team. This is the college
I
team.
was like that with Florida State.
Well, when Forest State had you like that in the hole, when they had you in the chokehold. We right here, Max.
Oh man, that's when I was a kid. Like back when Deion was playing.
Oh, when you was a youngster. What
Yeah.
about you, Worm? What was your first one? Or if you had one. Worm left?
Oh, he's
Big.
still
Big,
there.
you sleep?
Say that again, bro. I was doing something. I missed the whole thing, man.
What was your first college team that you really liked growing up or whatever?
Be honest, bro, it was Grambling State University.
I could see that. Eddie Robinson. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I was about to say that too.
Yeah, I
And
went to go try to play for them, bro. Man, them dude was too big. Dog, I said, nah, I can't do
Yeah.
that.
Well, the guy I played in high school with, he played at Grambling.
I wanted to play for Grambling back in the day before I even played football. Like my first jersey I got, it was UCLA jersey with no name on it. Then I had got a my mom gave my birthday January 6th, so I always used to get like stuff during the bowl games or Christmas or whatever, and then on thing on TV is football games. And my birthday January 6th, so I'm watching all the football games over UCLA, but I didn't like UCLA because all I used to watch on TV was the Grambling games. First, I wake up early in the morning and watch cartoons. And then right after the cartoons go off, they had the Grambling games on.
Yeah,
Grambling,
Grambling was the shit back in the day.
right? This the band be the band's going crazy,
Yeah,
girls
the
dancing, the
bands.
dudes like that's on TV. The guys doing their little thing with the dudes, the hair dudes.
Hey,
Yo,
it was Grambling for me in Louisiana Tech.
Hey,
Southern
a big
Louisiana
worm.
Tech,
What was
Georgia
the name
Tech.
of that rivalry? Grambling versus Southern. They called it something, right?
The Bayou Classic.
Yeah, the
The
Bayou Class.
Bayou
Yeah.
Classic. The Bayou
Man,
Classic. Don't even show that on TV like they used to no more. It used to be shown like
they
this
still be
legit.
showing. They still be
Like
showing.
not no
They
very
ducked out
heavily.
though.
Not like
I think they on
nationally.
ESPN 10 or some shit.
Yeah, man. Like it used to be on. We talking like it used to be on Channel 5. Everybody had Channel 5. Like you only could watch Channel 5 back in the day. Channel 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, ABC, CBS, NBC.
Yeah,
You know
we
what I
used
mean?
to have those channels until look. I don't know if y'all remember this. Everybody had somebody in the neighborhood that can hook you up with cable.
Right? Hey, go get a
Man,
call one time.
Yeah, $20 fee.
Yep.
That's it.
Right?
He
Who
come
got that
hook
little
you up.
jack? Right? You got the little that little CO2 looking, the little cartridge
The little
thing.
box.
No,
The
Yeah,
not the
box.
box,
Yeah.
not
the
not
little
not the
box, the
box,
brown box.
not the box, but that little screw piece you put on the cable. You know what I mean? You had one of them little
Yeah, the co-ed. The co-ed. Yeah.
that open up
Yeah.
the pay-per-view used to go crazy. You had one of those. Like, oh, I got one of these.
So you had that. You had cable.
Right, you had cable for real back then. Them days,
Well, a
though.
couple years ago, top neighborhood crackhead, right? He the best one. He the one that jack all trade. You call him, the Black MacGyver. He climbed
Mm-hmm.
up on the
Yeah.
pole, bro, and got electrocuted.
Oh man.
Messing with that cable, bro.
Playing around the
He got
wrong
That's why
pole.
he
electrocuted.
climbed on the. He got electrocuted, bro. He climbed on the main pole and
Man.
fried his ass. He was way up there too. It fried his ass.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
man.
It was a good old day. That's when we had the box. You had you had MTV. You had
Oh,
Nickelodeon.
you remember the box? You remember the box?
Of
That's what
course, I
I'm talking
remember
about. The box with the
the
20
box.
buttons.
No,
Yeah,
no,
the
no,
A
no.
and B
No,
side.
he's talking about
Not
video
the
music
channel.
box.
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah,
channel
yeah.
with the box.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I remember that.
Ralph
Yeah,
McDaniels.
yeah. All the videos coming on. Trying to call in, request a video. Never
Yeah, call and request a video, yo.
never got a chance. I must have tried for a year. Have you ever? Did you ever call in a video?
Huh?
Have you ever tried to call in one on the box
Yeah,
back in the?
the Jungle Brothers.
You called it in.
Yeah.
Oh, you lucky. I
I
never.
don't know if it played though.
Right. I can't recall if I ever like got one to play or whatever. And I even got an answer to put it in a request. That was back in the day though. Oh man, yeah. Bit them Grambling games and Georgia Tech games
Yeah,
back in
that
the
you
day.
right. That Grambling game was on Channel 5.
Every
Yep.
Saturday game, every Saturday they'll play like the HBCU games, and then after the HBCU games, the SEC games come on. Then after the SEC games play, they'll show the West Coast, the Big Eight games or whatever, the Big Six games or whatever. I remember that back in the day. It was the good old days.
Yeah,
Mm.
Eddie Robinson. How long did he coach there for? Like 30 years?
Yep, he died right when New Orleans got good, when the Saints got good, when the Saints picked up Hakeem, that's the year he died. The same year they got Hakeem, and the New Orleans Saints start getting. Remember that? As soon
Yeah,
as he died, the New Orleans Saints start getting good because they was trash when he was killing it in Grambling. He was holding down Louisiana for a long time,
Eddie
like
Robinson. Yep. And
for
the
a long
Southern
time.
coach.
I remember that. I was like, oh, he died, y'all. Like, I was super young, like 13, 14, maybe, super young. He was gone.
That's
I
that's
remember.
back when everybody wanted to go to HBCUs. Remember we used to rock the hoodies,
Mm-hmm.
HBCU hoodies,
The HBCU hoodies, the Southern hoodies, the Grambling.
Southern Grambling.
You know what I'm saying? Had all of that. I used to think LSU was an HBCU school for a minute when I was young. I was like, it took me a while to know that. I remember little stuff like that. Like I used to remember my mom was. I thought my mom got pregnant because she used to eat too much. I remember thinking like, I was like, my mama keep eating, she gonna keep getting pregnant. I thought that's how. Oh, them days are so fun, bro. Yeah, man. But when Eddie gone, when he died, remember that? Right when he died, remember New Orleans Saints
I
dad
remember when
got.
yeah.
That was the same year New Orleans State started kind of getting good again. I was like, dang, man.
Oh,
That,
Steve McNair. Yeah, Steve McNair was the man.
no, New
Alcorn
Orleans,
State.
Alcorn, man, all of that. But right when he died, that's when all the HBCU stuff just ended. Like
I
it was
still
crazy.
remember what was that game, the Music City Miracle. Remember that game?
I can't remember. I can't.
The
I gotta
Music
watch
City
it.
Miracle?
I can't watch it. I remember it's that HBCU parades, man, on TV. Man, remember that? They show the
Yeah.
HBCU parades on TV.
The
Like,
bands, yeah.
they don't even do that no more. They just wiped it out, man. When he died, they wiped all that out. Crazy,
Yeah, he was a legendary coach.
right? He did more than coach, man.
Yeah.
You can see
It's
that.
kind of like the football version of John Thompson.
He's like, I would say he's like a unhonored version of Coach Prime. I think He was the one because he like how he holding it down, like holding it in football. I think when he died, I think that's when we lost all the deals, the media deals, the exposure, the fame to somebody being really successful, like all of that.
Yeah, at that time he was the longest tenure coach.
You know what I mean? They didn't want nobody else like that taking over. They said nope, kill the
You say he
unplug
coached for
him.
over 50 years. Yeah, he coached a long time, man. Oh, you say you were in high school doing the Music City Miracle? That was a hell of a game, man. That was a perfect lateral. I know the announcers talking about that wasn't a perfect lateral. No, it was perfect. And then it's touchdown, man. That game was crazy. You remember the Snow Bowl?
Oh, with
Or,
the pro one with the Bills.
no, when the players are playing a bunch of all that snow. They had the Snow Bowl. Then they had, you remember
What the
what
Bills?
was the other one? The famous football game, the one with the Fog Bowl. Remember that?
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah, I remember him.
that the Bears,
Yeah, the Fog Bowl.
Cleveland. Who was that? The Bears, wasn't it? The Cleveland.
Dude, I still remember the game when Joe
Browns and
Theismann
Steelers.
broke his leg, man. I remember I was watching, it was on national TV when Joe Theismann broke his leg in half because Lawrence Taylor, after he hit him, he heard the snap. And then he started frantically calling for the sidelines to come help Joe Theismann. I'll never forget that.
Yeah,
Because he heard it. He said after he hit him, he heard his leg snap in half. He heard it.
But didn't Lord Taylor paralyze somebody too?
mm-hmm.
I
Paralyzed, crippled.
know he broke Joe
Yeah.
Theismann's leg, but he didn't mean to do it. But it was just a freak accident.
Then Lord Taylor, man, I don't know, man.
That's
It was
how.
a
She-
freak
That's how.
accident.
That's how. Swain play.
Who?
Brandon David Swain. That's how he
He played
played.
like that?
Mm-hmm. He played
Okay.
like LT.
oh shit!
You ain't watched all his
I
film,
haven't seen an LT in a long time.
They
Actually, I
said
haven't seen one after LT.
especially
they
how he
said
tackled, huh?
they said that white boy. They got a white linebacker coming too.
Oh, the youngster.
Yeah,
Oh, the what was his name? Dang, I just seen it too
I
on
can't think his name. He did too long sign with CU.
something Scotes, something
Yeah,
with.
yeah. Hey, Max, you know what I'm talking about?
I gotta look into that one.
Yeah,
He
they
a
got a
linebacker.
white linebacker. Yeah,
Yeah, it's supposed to be him and DJ Lundy coming in, and then they got
he look
somebody
like
else.
better rest, man. He look like better rest, bro.
Yeah, they definitely don't turn. They definitely turn this team around now.
They turned it
And he said
all
that
around.
center pretty good too. That center.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
That's
he
what he
played
said.
with Cash. To my Cash.
yeah, from high
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
Yeah, Cash could play. He could play that center. I mean, he could play that center. I'm watching how he was popping up and going to the linebacker. I said, oh, he popped. I mean, how they zone and AMG. Oh, I wasn't watching they film. I mean, I didn't keep up with high school football like that. Like it's only when I was in high school, right? But I'm looking at him. I'm looking at him zone. I said, good lord. He just suit over to the guard gap and just jumped the linebacker. I said, "Deesh."
Who's
Backyard
that?
lane, the run lane, Cash. He know how to open up all
Okay.
them run lanes. He for sure got a 9,000% run block percentage. That man, whew.
Yeah,
Go look at
this
some of his film.
I was telling people the practices is gonna be all that.
He gonna look. See, he gonna be one of them ones that's so good. He gonna just get better and better and better and be waiting. Like he gonna have this year to get better and better. Then next year he gonna play and get better. He gonna have all spring next year and summer. He might get in, most likely get in, and
By
that's when
his
he gonna
junior season, he gonna be ready.
right his junior season. Man, he gonna be he gonna be dominating.
Yep.
Ooh, and he gonna be grown. You see what I'm saying? Like that's how you build alignment. And his gonna be him and Seaton just dominant like how they was at IMG. Prime, the way Prime brought this team, like I said, he brought him in like somebody said in the two. They like, man, Prime brought these players in like Noah's Ark, and he did. he opened the Ark door like, come on in, 2x2.
The first thing he did was take care of that offensive line.
He's super.
And when I saw him bringing those key components, I said, yeah, they're getting ready to do something because that's all they needed, really. Because Shador he didn't have a chance to get that ball out of his hand.
Right.
Now he does. And it's going to be reminiscent of him in his last season at Jackson State. That's what it's going to look like. The way he was
Max, I
getting
got a
that
question.
ball out and way he had time, it's going to look just like that.
Right.
Man, I got a question. I see you had time to necessitate the that interview with Stephen A. What are your thoughts, man? I know you
Yeah,
just gave a short
definitely.
snippet, but
Here's the thing. It's like he said a lot in that interview. Actually, um, I know he had mentioned Jordan Seaton, and that interview was pre-recorded, so I believe they knew Thursday. When I believe they knew either Wednesday or Thursday that he was coming,
we,
and then he
we,
announced it that Friday, huh?
we ain't talking about. We get the Jordan Season thing. I ain't talking
Yeah.
about that. But the Coach Prime assessment on his better choices with the, I'm just paraphrasing right there.
What people
He
are
could have
running.
watched the better choices with the coaches and how that they was getting played and everything that was plays. There were certain plays that didn't implement within the plan. So I just kind of wanted to see what you think about that. Him saying that. That's just me paraphrasing what I got out of it. So did you see that too, or what would you see out of that? Sorry.
I know there's some things that he wish he could have done differently, but you got to remember it's almost like in the Power Five, he's a rookie all over again. But not really a rookie. He's not really a rookie because he knows football. But the way the team was put together, the way it was just the first year. I'll always call the first year the foundational year, and so he really had to roll with the punches at that point because it was too late. He
The
couldn't. He
choice with the
couldn't.
staff too, right? He
Yeah,
said something about the choice with the staff
I
because
get
they
what
right.
you.
they they kind of it was an infiltration going on, bro. I know. That's just my opinion. That's when I
No,
seen.
you're
I
not
think
the only
Coach Prime
one.
saying the same thing.
You're not the only one that feel that way. Let me tell you why. You remember that video I had did a live chat? That was the most viewed live chat I've ever did. I
Right.
started breaking down the plays, and it was one play where the offensive lineman grabbed the defender, right? And you just saw him slowly let his hands go. And then you saw the lineman just tee off on Shador. And I was like, there's no way for you to be that size to let that lineman go by you like that. It wasn't like he did a spin move, because if you're a lineman, you do a spin move, your hand
Gonna
is
pull.
fastly on multiple parts of that man's body. Sometimes you're on his chest, you're on his side, but then you gotta meet him somewhere and get to that chest again. He didn't do that. That wasn't a spin move. It was
Yeah,
just
he
a
was told to do
regular,
that.
huh?
He was told to do that.
Yeah, it wasn't a spin move, and it wasn't a swim move either.
Right.
The defender didn't even do a swim move. He didn't even do a juke move. It's just like they met each other. He grabbed him and his hands let go, and he just went right by him. And I was like, there's no way. There's no way. Let me tell you something. Even at my size, I would have got trucked, right? Because the average lineman in the Power Five will truck me, right? But even with the truck, it will still take about 2 seconds to get to that quarterback because either I'm grabbing him or something. That wasn't the case. It's almost like he just released them and just said, go ahead and go by.
You always taught to fall right in front of him. So
Well,
did.
I mean,
You know what
look,
I'm saying?
here's
I
the
was
thing.
small though, but
It, it, I can't prove it, but it looked like it was done on purpose.
yeah, they were told to do it. Yeah, they were told to
Mm.
do it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't want no plays. You just
So
let
let
the
me get
lineman
this real quick.
block itself.
I hope it was not, though, because I can't prove it. I hope that's not the case.
That buzz went around when they saying lineman is letting Shador get hurt, and then I catch what
But here's
Man,
the
BB
other
was saying.
play. There was another play, right? There was another play. I happened to catch it. The Mike, Michael Harrison, right? They used him to block every now and then. Of course, he's a tight end. Did you know he was carrying his blocks? Nobody never got past him. Go look at the film. Nobody's ever got past him. And he was the smallest person. But check this out. It was this one particular play. Michael Harrison, it was a play design where he wasn't going to catch the ball. It was just primarily he's supposed to be a blocker. Okay. So he's blocking. The left tackle looked at him, and then instead of picking up the man in front of him, he went right and double teamed and helped. I think he was helping Jack Bailey out in double team where he wasn't supposed to, because Jack Bailey had his man. And the other guy that he was supposed to block
Mm-hmm.
just went right past and teed off on Shador. He
That
just
was
went right
that
past
was the
him.
Oregon game.
The center was getting his ass 2-on-2. He was letting them through. The
That was
center,
all
And, and,
game.
and look, and I slowed it down. He saw him because when they lined up, he was in his stance.
Right.
He wasn't
Right in front of him.
yeah, he was right in front of him. He saw him and he looked to his left and he saw Michael Harrison picked up his guy and he decided to go double team.
Right.
He
And let him
decided
shoot
to
the
go to his right and double team, and the guy went untouched. And Shador, at this point, it was a nasty hit because his head, he was looking the other way. He didn't see the hit coming. That play would have took him out of the game, but it didn't. Though he got back up. But I'm telling you, when I saw that, I was like, damn, my eyes are not fooling me. I'm seeing what I'm seeing right now.
right.
My eyes are not fooling me.
Because the timing of it, remember around that time, that's when CW was talking about putting out, on Shador. Remember? I ain't gonna say his name because I don't even want to push no vibe that way. But you remember, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
That was that and then that happened. And now after looking back at it, I'm like, man. But what Prime was talking about, what Big Worm was talking about, he said he got to be more. Yeah, I do think that. He's like, man, I said that too. I said, yeah, Prime. He said, I got to be more careful who I keep around my close, keep around me close, who I have close around me. And who else he talking about? You know what I'm saying? He ain't talking about his family. That's
But
his
the
family.
guys he brought in now, that's not gonna happen. That's
Well,
not
no,
gonna happen.
he was talking about that too.
that's what I was talking about. Thomas,
Because
I
the
ain't trying to cut you off. I was
right, yeah.
talking about, I
Right.
paraphrasing that some of the coaches that were chosen, he could have wished he could have had did something. That's what I was saying, Go ahead.
Now I was agreeing with you. I was saying I feel you too. That's what I thought because who you talking about close to him? Because it's his family and the coaches and players.
Oh, check this
Coaches,
out. It was another play. Watch this. It was another play where the linebacker was in UCLA. No, Ugalele. That's UCLA, right? Ugalele. Yeah.
I
It
think
was him. No, lot two. It was Leo lot two, whatever his name is. You remember how they kept standing up? Well, it was one
right,
Yep.
play where the center didn't have no work to do. So he went ahead and double team, and the man came right up the middle. Shador did not have time. He had not even a second to get that ball out of his hand. He couldn't even get out of his hand. The only thing he could do is tuck the ball at that point and hope that he don't fumble. When I
right.
saw that, I was like,
It was so bad Shador need the ball one time, did it? He kneeled one time.
He
He
did
said,
that a
God,
few times.
yeah.
He did that a few times, man.
so here's
Yeah,
the
but
thing about this. I can't prove that it did. I can't prove that even though my eyes, I'm watching what I'm seeing,
Right,
but I can't put that on them because I don't have no proof. So I can't put it on them. But I talked to a few offensive linemen. They said, bro, you saw the play. There's no way, like when at that size, you put your hand, you hitting the defender, you let him go, and he just go right by, and you just look and watch him go by. That don't happen. You don't normally see that in college. So you don't see
right.
that.
they
No,
didn't even try to
none of
hold. That's what I was saying, Matt. If they couldn't really, if they were getting beat like that, they
Yeah.
supposed to fall in front of them. They supposed to do that. That's automatic. So it was done intentionally. But what I was saying, far as the
A lack
staff,
of
right? Because that
yeah.
same staff recruited during the season, the
right.
fifth game of the season, bro. Sean knew he already could have a job later. I understand, we kind of played Florida in a lot of games. I get it, you know what I'm saying? But that man mind focus wasn't on CU, man. He was trying to build his own team.
Yeah, it's
And some of them they dog ass fit sneak out later. So they're still there. They're gonna slip out. You gonna
it's
see him?
yeah, it's an unfortunate situation because
Mm-hmm.
he got a back injury out of the deal, so it's unfortunate. But this year you're not going to see that. You're not gonna see a lineman blow past offensive lineman. You're not going to see it. And if he do blow past him, Shador would have more than had enough time to get that ball out of his hand. He would have
I
had enough
agree. They,
time to do it.
they focus on winning the game and dominate instead of dominate and win. And then when they turn that around, we gonna blow out a lot of teams. A lot of teams.
Yeah,
I think that make it work.
he just needs time. Like, of course, every now and then a quarterback is going to get sacked. I mean, that's just the game. but this was unusual. It was very unusual to watch. I have never seen me watching college football. I have never seen it. I have never seen this. I've never seen it.
Right.
And I've asked people, have you seen something like this? It was like, bro, I don't know what's going on. Because they were telling me they had more than enough time to get the schemes down, like because they were together for a while. It don't take that long.
Yeah, they
Like,
didn't come players. I could have went out there and started and catch on to what they were doing.
yeah.
Well,
But the thing
that's kind
is,
of
I
tough.
know that
I
he
can't
threw a
really.
record number of times. He had a record number of pass attempts. But you gotta look at it. Why did he have a record number of pass attempts? He felt like he couldn't get that running game going. Now, when they were at Jackson State, they did utilize the running game. So it's not like Coach Prime just want him to air it out. That's not it. Because when they were at Jackson State, they had a running game and he spread the ball around. That didn't happen this time.
Right.
I
They-
guess he
yeah,
felt like he could not run that ball. That's what they felt like. They couldn't run it.
Right.
when
Well,
Coach
yeah.
Prime saying he gave too much power to the offensive coordinator. This is me paraphrasing. Did they come out his mouth? But this was hitting that. Maybe Thomas, you can correct me on this. Before I just if you look at how the game was called on the offensive side, Coach Prime didn't really say nothing about controlling that aspect for as calling it when it was out of whack because he gave full control to that OC. You agree with that or not, Thomas?
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you to an extent on that because I know he wasn't involved in himself and dominating in the calling of the plays. But a lot of that, going back to like when you really look at all of this, like it's a lot when your whole team going in May. Like you ain't got a team in May. Like May, you don't got no team but Travis Hunter, and maybe like a few players from from HB, whatever he came from Jackson State, a couple other players, a couple freshmen. You barely got a roster. And like just to come in, y'all first really practice together in the summer. That's crazy. Like that's mad crazy. That's like you. That's like almost being like a true freshman coming in playing as like almost like a true freshman coming in the summer to a team and then in 2 months they playing games. Like that's crazy. Like it was so much to really just put on top of why they really couldn't. Cause I understand, like you going to do what you could do, and you don't really trust because in a season of running the football, you used to like you got to get your team from 7-on-7s, running like run plays with the running backs all year. Like I get it, Prime want to get that. You know what I'm saying? Your running back should be running all year. Then Alton was hurt. The first he couldn't even take a hit. He probably could, but Prime had him in that yellow jersey to like what week 3, week
Yeah, he
4,
wasn't 100%. So they
right,
just made the decision, like, I'm not putting him in.
right. So
Because
you
if
don't
I put him in, then they gonna get him hurt.
right because they're not used to running. They're not used to practicing because by then you already want to be not even in pads. Just with your running back running pass plays, running drills, stuff like that. Getting your running back ready to start getting hit. So not to go through that first part, and then he injured, so he missed the practice, missed getting it. So all of that with all the running backs, maybe just Dylan probably got that because Dylan was in the spring, so that's why Dylan got the start. So that was the most trust in Mike Wilkerson. So like and then Hankerson, those are probably like the most uh besides the DBs and a few of the receivers who really got a spring in and got to really get some of the offense. And that's what we've seen. This year, I see it's going to be fireworks popping.
Yeah, they all gonna be there. Mostly all of them gonna be there early.
Yeah, all
Um,
there.
Kermani will be there. Like all of them will be there, and they got a season under their belt, so they definitely gonna be. This practice is gonna be it's gonna look different. You're gonna see a very different practice.
It's gonna be way different because you got okay. So let's count it out. So they all been there. Well, they only been there say a year. The ones who've been there, they just their first year. Some of the other ones are gonna be there
Minus
9
Trevor
years.
Woods.
Well, Trevor Woods been there
He's
two
been there the
years.
longest.
Yeah, he's been there the longest. And then so you got the ones who've been there in a year, and some of those who've been there a year got 2 years already together. Travis and Shador got 3 years together, and Wilkerson, Dylan and them got 2 years, well, a year. So now we're looking at second year with them. and they only been there a year, so they got time together, chemistry with them. Now the players that's there now, right? They're gonna get all the 9 months before they even get the chance to play the game. So they're gonna have players that have been there almost 22 months, and then they're gonna have players that have been there 9 months, all getting ready to play first time together in summer practice. Not just the first time them ever meet each other playing together like in summer practice. They're already going to be around each other for like a year or 9 months or 22 months or more. That's a lot of chemistry practice. Probably about to be fireworks out there. Because Kelly ain't changed his playbook. And if your defense is faster than your offense got to catch up to beat the defense. That's how you want it. You don't want your offense better than your defense and then letting your defense catch up with your offense. And now your offense got to find another way to. No, that's not what you want. You always want your defense better than your offense. Your offense can always sharpen the defense, and your defense can always make the offense better. He got that now. I'm pretty sure he can't say, oh, like, remember, it's like, oh, yeah, you could run 4,000 yards in practice and go in. You run 1,000 yards in this practice, you about to go and run for 2,000 yards in the game. So
Yeah.
let's get it. You run up on, let's get it, yo. Can't nobody. Just 93 max. He got all these coaches and all the coaches all the nations is pissing on themselves right now.
Yep.
Because if they can't come up with something now, they probably all got 1 year. Who knows? They might get fired or whatever. They might get demoted to offensive coordinator.
Yeah, they definitely have what they need now. The very first thing he had to address is protecting his son. That's the very first thing, and he did address it because he got experience on that offensive line now. He got some one and done players on that offensive line.
You got
he
some
definitely
skills.
do.
He got some
And
skill players.
how are they one and done? Because they mastered their technique. They know exactly what they're doing. He got players that know what they're doing.
They can't be
So
one and done.
that is a plus.
Yeah, they can't. The senior what's the senior? I think Benson got he don't got no more years, right? I know Mayers got a year, I think, or is it Mayers? One of them don't got a year.
He has 2 years, but he's looking to go to NFL after this year.
Right. He like I was watching some of the stuff. They like tell you the truth. I know they can't go, but I just hope this the theory of like successful careers. I hope they stay like 4 or 5 years. Cause I notice it like, and you seeing it more now. Like the lifespan of these NFL players is shorter than what the '90s lifespan in the NFL is because the players in the NFL that got drafted in the '90s and the early 2000s, they played like their senior year, their 5th year, and when they went into the pros, they was really grown. They was dominating college. They was really like ready for the pros. And now I think like 2008 after Reggie Bush, when they was pushing him and Liner to come out really much, and like they was like, you should just come out, and like they said that you should do it because it didn't look good with Reggie and Liner because they had like bad pro careers. So people start coming out early after that, like junior years. But then you see they don't have long careers. Even Reggie Bush, he didn't have a really successful career, but he had a long NFL career. It was like 8 years, almost 9 years, 10 years in NFL. And
Yeah, he
like
played a while.
Yeah. Right. And when you see these players come out their junior year, they whatever they eligible year, they just jump out there and they go out there and they only last like a few years because you still young, yo. Like I get it, like the recruits and the owners, they look at us like, oh my God, you're already a grown man. Yes, but no, let this young man grow. He looked grown, but he can't go run up against a 29-year-old that's fully grown and has all his man strength and has his body prepared to where it's been developed, yo. It's this developed, yo. When we get older, especially like I worked out too, like in my 20s, and I felt the change, and like I know it, like bro, it's just always going to wreck them. They're going to go in there and get wrecked. And when you hear about players, they're not making out of camp. They 2-3 years in the league. They go in there, they don't got their fundamentals down. They go in there, they don't got their mind right for the game. All of this stuff because they came out too early. And that's what it is. I hope they stay. They can't come out. They're good enough to come out. But I like for them to stay 2 years together, really play some good football this year, next year, dominate, control it, dominate, and then spend time on getting better at football, then going to the draft. I hear Prime, he wants him and Shador to come out at the same time. Like, nah, man, you should go ahead and do what you gotta do and let Charlo be the big brother and go out there first. You know what I'm saying? And then let Shador, because like I said, last year he didn't get the like. You gonna have to go to the pros. You going as a quarterback. You got to have maturity. You got to be quick on everything, and you want to have all your mechanics right. You want to have your body right. You want to have You want to be on a rhythm. Like right now, he got a broke back. You want him to play this year. He just almost got his back broke. Then win, play the next year. Then right after that, go to the NFL, like and get ran up on by like Aaron Donner. Like what? Are you serious? Do you really think Shador could take a lick in the back from Aaron Donner next year?
You said Aaron Donald.
Yeah, you think Shador ready for that? You seen what I mean? I ain't saying he can't, but like repeatedly for like 8 months, like nah, let this young man grow into a real man. 24, 25. I'll give him 5 years. Everybody, you see Bo Nix, he got 6, 7 years at quarterback. You see, because they know how to do it. They just don't want us. They know when they got one, they're gonna take care of them. They take your time. 6, 7 years in here, we'll get you drafted. They trying to get us out as juniors and get broke off because he could run fast now. He's young. He could run fast. He could do this. It's exciting. But when he break his leg, get another one. Like, but you
But
don't want to
Shador
mature.
is he gonna be a senior, so
Right.
he
He'll be a senior. He got 2 years, but he's gonna leave. Like he should be a fifth-year senior, a big quarterback. Most big, like I said, I've been watching football like y'all. Like I've been watching it. Like I got sick with it. Like at one point, I look at it on so many different angles, and it's like I see how they maneuver, and it's like why he can't be like, oh boy, Utah, not
it
hurt though,
depends. It
but
depends on
Bo
the
Nix.
player, though.
Yeah, that too. I get it. It's like Jalen Daniels. Why
Yeah,
shit? Look, why they pushing him out to come out so much? Why not say, man, stay in school? You are already bred it. Like, man, take your time at this, because it only take one good shot and it's over for you. And if you think like, I get it, you could be, but the proof is in the pudding. Players who really allow their bodies to develop. You can't tell me your body developed at 22 or 23 because it ain't. It's not. You
not fully.
Yeah, it's just not. So when them players really get that, you really grown, bro. Like you really grown. You've been working out for 5 years. You see what I'm saying? You know the game. You really a pro. You graduated already. You took a whole year just to study football in school. Like your grad year, your fifth year is the year you get to focus on only football because you've done in school. You get to really learn way more, really be a professional before you become a professional. Like they took all that away from certain players because they don't expect them to last. Like Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, how old is Aaron Rodgers? 40. He's my age. He's same age as me. We same. He went to Butte. He went to Cal. He played in junior college, played at Cal, fifth year senior at Cal, went to the pros, still playing. Same thing with Tom Brady. Took his time, fifth year senior, got to the pros, played almost 20 years. Same thing. Michael Vick, super fast, came out as a junior, played 8 years, got him out of there. You see what I'm saying? Every time you look at these juniors that come in, they out of there in 5 years. Show me like it's hard to find junior that
Yeah,
went in.
it just depends on like their development. Like the guy from Georgia, he's ready now. The tight end. Brock Bowers, he's ready now. He was ready last year, but he's ready. He's definitely ready now. Like he's
Right.
not gonna get he's not gonna get any better in college.
Look,
He's not gonna get any better.
I think the language changed from saying good enough to ready. I remember like, you good enough to play in the pro, but you ain't ready. Like that talk just left. There is no more you good enough, but you ain't ready. Like there is no more of that.
Yeah, he's ready.
It's just only he's ready. Like,
Yep. The
you know what I
turkey
mean?
is done. He's
Right.
ready.
Right. But that's not the truth of it. The truth of it is he's good enough, but he's not ready because his body ain't gonna be ready. His body is he is You can't get around that. In the 90s and the 80s, that's why we had so much more better football. It was just because those players didn't come out early. Those players didn't play their freshman year. Like, they was more traditional. You redshirted, you got strong, you got big. Because you playing college football, it's almost like playing professional football. Because these boys are going to break you off.
Yeah, that kid right there, he probably the best tight end I have seen in a long time. And that sense, let me see. That sense, yeah, he's the best I've seen in a while.
Right.
Like I have not say, yeah, he's fast too. So yeah, man,
Jordan.
he's definitely ready to go. You know, you got your exceptions to the rule. Like I know
I
what
get
you're
it.
saying. Like you got to develop, and especially at that game, football, because I wouldn't want to be a defensive lineman going up against Trent Williams, and I'm not ready because it's just going to be a bad experience.
Right.
And he's
And
technical, and he's also technical with it. He got the power, but he's technical, so he knows all the tricks. So
right.
you definitely got to be ready for that. But
Right.
some players are just ready. But like you said, some come out too early and they're not ready. So I get that too.
Right.
Um, you said, how do y'all think Tyler Brown gonna do? I think it's gonna be a heavy competitive room. But he's gonna be in contention for one of those roles. But it's gonna be a highly competitive. We're gonna find out by training camp.
Right.
But yeah, it's gonna be very competitive in that offensive line room.
Like lineman like Tyler Brown, he gonna be ready for the pros. If he full out, he gonna be 5 years dominate. He gonna dominate because he older than most people on the field. He gonna be stronger. That's how you get a more like if you could last 5 years in college. That was the whole like be the best on the team and play 5 years in college. You go into the pros. That's all you gotta do. Because you're gonna be older out there, 22, 23-year-old a year. You're gonna run into 20-year-olds and 21-year-olds.
What y'all think about this question? You think Savion Washington staying?
Of course. That big old tree ain't going nowhere. That's a tree.
Yeah, that new offensive line coach could get him all type of technique. Yeah, that's a big guy, man.
Y'all keep
What is he,
talking.
6'8"?
He's 6'10, 3 something, 340, 350.
Is he
Y'all keep
6'10"? Damn.
Yeah, Savion 6'10. What's the name of 6'8"? Tank was 6'8".
No, Tank was 6'10".
Oh, he was Tank 6'10", or
Yeah, he was the
am I saying it
tallest.
wrong?
He's the tallest in
Okay, so he is 6'8".
Colorado history.
Okay, so it was Tank that was 6'8". Was 6'10". He was
Well, he
6'8".
got to be 6'9". Savion got to be about 6'8", 6'9".
All clumsy.
That man huge. He's huge. I think he might be taller than 6'8". Is he 6'8"? I think it was 6. It was too tall. 6'9", 6'8",
I
6'10", or
remember the
6'8".
well off media video. I think he said he was 6'9".
Okay, 6'9". That's huge. He too big. Anything
Yeah,
over
that's a
6'8".
huge dude, man.
Yeah, 6'8", 300 pounds, 6'9", 3 man. Do you know what that looked like in real life?
Yeah, I know what it looked, but see, here's the thing. He was
I ain't
in.
talking. I ain't talking
Remember
to
he
you.
got injured.
I'm talking to the people in the audience. No, yeah. I
Undertaker.
remember. Man, that man is humongous.
Yeah, he got injured, and
Yeah,
I don't think he quite recovered from it. He was playing through it, and that was the thing. But he really took it serious. You know what I'm saying? He took that serious when Shador was getting hit like that. So I think he'll be a keeper.
they're all
But
gonna be
he's
pancaking.
one of the elder statesmen though, because he's a graduate student.
Right. He's a
So
grad student. Benson. Wait, why I keep saying Benson? Who else on the O line graduated?
um Benson, let me see. Benson is he got one more year, but what was the other guy's name? I can't remember right now, but
Their age. Their age always going. The age
yeah,
is always going
but
to be
they are experienced though. That's what you
right.
need. You need the experience.
Right. The experience and age is always going. That's
This
why.
a big man. This a big man's game.
Right.
You know, it's the trenches. So
It's gonna be lit up. It's gonna be lit up in there. It's gonna be. See, people don't understand. Washington. He could have had way more pancakes than he had last year. Like sometimes I was thinking he wasn't taught to pancake, but I think he gonna watch Jordan in them, and these ones that's gonna come in there, they're gonna show him how to really drive through the ground and sprinkler head these boys, put him in the coffin. Like it's gonna be crazy. Like the man, just do one thing, Washington. When he come at you, pull him to you, and then shove down and fall on him.
Man, you
he
see Seaton though, he's a big dude, man.
see, all Seaton got to do is show him how to cake. It's a
That's a
wrap.
big dude.
That man's gonna be 320 probably once when.
You
But
see him walking with Shador is like his bodyguard. Really, it really is his bodyguard. That's what he's gonna be.
I seen him texting. They was texting, and I seen him coming through his sweater. I said, "Man, this man arm big as a sweater.
Yeah, man,
he
that's a
got he
big
got
guy,
le-
man.
he got legs for arms, bro.
Yeah, that's a big guy.
Man, 9 more months. He about to go in there and work with Mo and them for 9 months
Yep.
before the
Oh,
season
he
starts.
actually coming in January. So,
The season started in September, so he gonna be working with
oh,
them.
is he coming in September or is he
No, no,
early
no, no,
enrolled?
no, no, no. He come in January, but September 9 months. So
Okay.
he gonna be working. He probably come home for the summer, like July, come back and then go back out. For like a week. You got to get that week. If they don't go to summer school, which would be advised probably for him to go to summer school so he can get done early. You know what I mean? And then get right back to work in the summer. So he got 9 months to push iron.
I know her moments. Like you if you would stay, you would get if you would go for free, you'll get your PhD. I know my friend's son, when he going to college, he will already have the credits to be a junior because he was taking those IP classes. So he's graduating high school with equivalent to a associate's degree. So
Oh
he'll be a
wow.
freshman on the field, but a junior in school. So he planning to finish early and then get his grad stuff before he leaves school.
Right. That's
Yeah,
how you do it.
yep.
That's how you do it. Then if he's sitting there for 3 years, he just focus on football for 2 years and really get it down because he already in there with 2 years down in the school.
Yeah,
That's
next
crazy.
year he plans to be an early enrollee because he was going to summer school. So
Right.
he was taking all these classes in the summer. So when he's a senior, he don't have nothing left.
Right.
So he can go ahead and enroll early, just like the quarterback did at Alabama. He's there now, actually. And then when his commencement come, he'll go fly back home to graduate,
Right.
like and go to his prom. His dad is working it out even with the coaches. Like, can he allowed to come home for his prom? It was like, yeah.
Right.
A lot of coaches said that. I think Dylan Edwards did the same thing. That's why he
Right.
was able to enroll so early because he might have went to summer school all year round. So then when he got to be a senior, he don't have nothing left, but he still want to walk with his class. So they'll
Right.
let you come back and walk with your class and go to your prom, but you're still enrolled in university.
Right. Right.
And yeah, that's what he's gonna do. A lot of kids are doing that because they take these IP classes where when they graduate, they got a associates. They got the equivalent. They have college credits already,
Right.
and he has enough college credits to be a junior. Yeah, the Alabama quarterback. Yeah, he graduated, but did he walk with his class? He probably will come back and walk with his class, but officially he graduated because he got the credits already. So that's why he's up at Alabama now, and they like what they see out of him. Like they was like, holy shit, I think we got us a quarterback here. They definitely like what they see. So a lot of kids are opting to do that. And because I did when I was in high school, I went to summer school. I went to just so that, well, I did it so I could work in my senior year, so I wouldn't have that many classes.
Right.
Yeah, it's really you just go work, and now it's easy for these kids because they got the classes online. Man, because I went back to school like when I was as an adult. When I went back, the technology was there. All of my classes online, except for my science classes, because we had labs and stuff.
Right.
But everything else was online.
That's what I said. When I got to
I'm like, what the
college,
hell?
when I got to college, it was all free. You was like, so the freedom of college made me like school more. Like just having to know you had to be in a classroom, like it just made me not want to be in there. But when they said, "Oh, you can come if you want to, but if not, whatever, you don't gotta come," there's something about that just made it different. Like
I
just
mean, this
not
stuff
caring
was
if you was in
online.
there. Yeah. Then now it's just like
You
you
know?
ain't gotta come to class. You could just, sometimes you could just email back. Remember back in the days, you could just email stuff. When I
Yeah.
first started going to college, we created Black Planet in '99, 2000, 2001. we was making Black Planet, so we was sending everything on the floppies, and then we was just templating off the floppies. And then like people who was like who left the school, like if you went to Southern, like if I was a junior and you was a senior, you went to Southern, and I was going to Southern. By the time I got to Southern, you just gave me all the information for what you took. I took the same classes you took.
Yeah, it was like it's like if you're a type of person where you don't need any supervision and you just get all your assignments done, man, online is easy, man.
Right, and we was doing it online. They just send me the send me information. I'm putting on a floppy. Just go on the floppy, and they just template it, and then you'll send it, and email it. Like that's when emails start taking off, like 2000, because we was tearing it up. You know,
Yeah.
then
Yeah, that online is hassle free, man. I got my master online.
right,
My
then,
social all the way to my master.
Yeah,
I got my medical.
really easy. It's really it's not, it's convenient.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't go to school in that time. I graduated college. Well, I went back. I did go back to college. I was in there from 2000 to like 2003. And then I had to go back. Then I went back in 09. Graduated oh 08 to end of 07 to 09. Then I graduated with I got an AA in medical, my medical degree. But then right after that is when they started to do the online courses.
Yeah, I went back when the online courses started. Man, it was a breath of fresh air.
Right. I'm thinking about going back now, but I might have to still go in, because if I do go back, I'm just going to get my BS in medical and just I don't know. I might just because I do need like another year and I can get my bachelor's in medical or whatever. But they don't still want me to go. I might take something else though. I'm thinking about taking law online.
They got a few schools like that. They have what was the school? Was it Liberty or I can't think of it
Cornell,
right. Yeah, Cornell.
Cornell.
Cornell was one. That was one of them.
Phoenix.
And it
I
was
think I can
another.
get in Cornell because I graduated with 387, so I think I can get in Cornell.
You took your LSAT?
Nope, I didn't take that yet. My LSAT for what?
To go into law school.
Oh no, I ain't did that. I'm see that's what I'm thinking. If I keep going, I got going to charge on my phone about to go there.
But
If I
the way I can tell you, you deep in it. You got the Black Law Dictionary. You go to Ecolastic Law. I'll peep you out, bro.
Yeah, I had the Black Law Dictionary.
well, yeah, that's just the
Is
Black
I'm
Law.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But you want to study jurisprudence, I think, like for law, you got to study jurisprudence and logistics and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was
But
thinking about going to law school, but I'm not trying to pay that money though. I'm just not trying to do it. Yep.
right,
Undergrad was expensive enough.
Yeah, that's too much work, man. Being a lawyer anyway. You got to
Well, they
find
had
that right hustle.
I was looking into a school where they have a night division where I could be a full night student and I can go through that path. They had one because I know somebody in the family, he went back in his 60s, believe it or not, and finished. He went to Columbia, but he went during their night division
Hey, Max,
and he went through. Mm-hmm.
I went to University of Phoenix. I went back when I was, my 35, 36. And I just now got my master's in 2020. And I was
Oh,
40
you
then,
went to
40 something
I
then.
know somebody went through there too.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's all around. No matter what night or day, it's on your time.
Yep. I remember a friend of mine went through University of Phoenix. And but like I said, online is like it's a breath of fresh air, man. Like the technology, the way it is now, dude, I was busting out papers with no problem. I mean, I ain't gotta go to the library. The fuck? I was like, this is crazy.
right,
Like I was getting papers done like in no time. Yeah, it was definitely a breath of fresh air. And then
But you know,
we had this one class, right? This one literature class where she didn't mind if you did all your papers ahead of time, but you couldn't hand them in. You had to wait to hand them in. But all my stuff was done. I spent like three or four weekends knocking that stuff out, and then I didn't have nothing else to do at that point.
right. It's so crazy now. You got Chat GPT now. It'll just write your paper up for you. No, you gotta do is read it and know what it's saying.
But
So
you know,
these
they said
apps,
they got the university now got like a you know how they do the plagiarism checking and all that. They
mhm.
got it set in the plagiarism checker and see if they can tell if Chat GPT did it for you or not.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, I know they were saying that some students are using Chat GPT, but here's the thing: you can use Chat GPT and then you can rewrite it in your own words. But see, I know some people just weren't doing that; they were just straight using Chat GPT. But that's an issue that they're having with AI, but that they can't control now. They're not going to be able to control it now that it's out.
You can't stop it, man.
Yeah, you can't stop it. So I mean, because then you know what they'll do? They'll take that paper from Chat GPT and then take it somewhere else and rewrite it in their own words. So it's no way they can stop it.
Right.
But
Templates all day.
I
Hmm.
wonder how can they know that you got there from there unless you just actually wrote Chat GPT because the source is there. You can put in
Unless,
like you can put your hit words in there and they'll
yeah,
draw it up for you.
yep. The thing is, I mean, you're not really gonna. It's almost like you're not learning anything. You know, that's up to the student whether they're gonna do it that
Right.
way.
Man,
Oh
I ain't
yeah,
gonna lie,
you ain't
I
learning.
turned in a paper one time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the professor know your style of writing. He
Mm-hmm.
said, I can tell you wrote that you didn't write that paper. He said, next time you do it, I'm gonna report you. I said, yes, sir. Because your style of writing, they can tell
So
your style of writing.
he could tell you how many
Yeah,
pages was it that you had to
I
write.
beat it was like 3 or 4 pages, bro. Look,
Oh
I
man,
beat the
that
system. You
ain't
heard
nothing.
me.
3 or 4
I beat this.
pages.
Yeah, I beat the system. I beat the plagiarism check. Everything stand out good. But he
What
said, I
did you
can tell
use
that
that?
was you didn't
What
write
did
that
you
paper.
use? What did you use to
Uh,
get that for help?
when I did like I got had a thing that rephrase.
Hmm.
I go through it and I do a clean grammar on it. You know
You
what I'm
went
saying?
through
I did a
Grammarly.
clean grammar, all that.
You must
I
have went
ran
through
it
Grammarly.
through yeah, I ran it, I rephrased it. I had a rephraser. It free. Had a rephraser. I rephrased it about twice. Then I dropped it. You know what I'm saying? He said, I can tell you did good on the paper. I could tell you didn't write it. And next time you turned it, this time
You know what I would have did?
it was crunch time, man.
Look, see here, see, I see my situation was different. See, I'm an older student. You know what I would have said to him?
Hmm.
Okay, then report me then, because you're gonna have to prove it.
But look, I
So go
already
ahead and
had a
report
strike
me,
though. I didn't want
huh?
no more, man. I already had a strike before.
Oh, you already had it. So
Yeah, I had a
let me
warning
ask you
before.
this. So
Uh,
when you had the assistance on the paper, you didn't write it in your own words after that?
after that, after what I'm saying, when I did the rephraser, right?
Hmm.
When I got the rephrase, I just rearranged the words like 3 times, the paragraph.
Yeah, if you had
They,
a teacher like that, unfortunately, what you would have to
I
do
ran it
is
through the school. No, I ran it through the government preservation checker. I ran it through the school one. You know what I'm saying? I ran it through 3 or 4. I beat the system. He just said he can tell that I didn't write it because it wasn't my style of. They
see,
wasn't my
I
style
would
of
have been
writing.
one of them students be like, okay, well, how can you tell then? Like, you're gonna have to prove it.
I didn't
You're gonna have
combat
to
it.
prove that I did that.
He said it happened again. You know, but it didn't happen no more. I
No,
knew I was
yeah,
on a
you got to
crunch
change.
time
You have to
deadline.
rewrite it. You definitely, you know what you would have to do? The
Uh,
paper was already done, but you have to rewrite it in your own words instead of
it
using
was
the software.
it wasn't gonna happen. I would take that charge down. I was already through.
Yeah, see,
It
that
was
was the
crunch
thing.
time, man. It was
Yeah, I
crunch
had
time.
a professor like that. She was like, she told this guy, she was like, "You didn't write this, your cousin wrote it," because I had your cousin as a student. I was like, wow, he pretty much just used his writings from like 2 years prior, and she remembered it. Yeah, people, but see, here's the thing. Even still with technology, it don't take you long to write 3 pages. That only take what, a couple of hours. It don't take that long to write 3 pages. You can knock that out in like a setting. But
Mm.
I text more than that on Instagram. We
Yeah.
can write
The
up these rooms. I
you,
be
the
you know
typing
chat
what I
GPT,
noticed
paragraphs.
man.
though?
Like,
You know what I
type-
noticed? Like the how can I say this? Like I noticed this with some young coworkers that I work with. Their interpersonal and communication skills are lacking. Have you noticed that with
Cause
younger people?
all they do is send emojis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
there's no
strange,
kind
man.
of they're antisocial.
Listen, we were going through some resumes, right? This guy, this was hilarious. He put his picture on there and his dog. He put his picture and his dog picture on there. He had an about me page. You know, like your resume is about you. You don't need an about me page. He put an about me page and he put his ats and everything. And I said, dude, this is a different day and age now, man. But they don't, I'm not saying all young people are like that, because there's exceptions. You have people out there that has great social skills, but the ones that I work with, they don't. They don't even know how to say excuse me. But they do mean excuse. It's hard to. They do mean to say excuse me, but they don't know how to say it. So I don't trip over it. I don't trip over because they meant it, but they don't. They just don't know how to say it, and they have a problem looking at you in the eyes. Yeah, the social skills are down. It's just it's because of online. Everything is online now. That's why. Back when we were coming up, you had to talk to people. Like, you can't get around that. But now
Right.
it's just because of technology. I mean, that's why they took what else did they take out of schools? They took out what do you call it?
Social studies.
Yeah, they took social studies
Home
out of school.
home what was a what was a home damn, what was it called? Home ec.
Yeah, they took the social studies they took out of
Yeah, home
school.
economic.
Like that was my generation where it ended. Our generation
Right.
where it ended.
Right. 96, 97. No
Hmm.
more home economics.
And no
When
more
they
social studies, right?
right.
So the only way you really learn, just like Sir Ken says, social interaction skills, only way you learn is through practice. Or you might have just been that type of person. Like, some people are just born to communicate, but some people are not. Some people got to work on it. But
Right.
there's no incentive to work on it. Really, it's no incentive now because of online. But when these people out in the real world, they can't.
And fidgety and sweaty.
They have a problem communicating.
Right. And start panic attacking. Like, you okay? You start having rages. Like, what's going on? You all right?
Yeah, they have a problem communicating. And somebody was talking to me one day, right? I was just sitting there in the break room, and she was like, she just started talking to me, and I was like, I was surprised. And she was just saying, she was explaining to me how, well, we didn't, when I went through school, everything was online. And she said that I'm really working to try to communicate with people. And she said, I'm not an introvert. She told me this. I'm not an introvert. But I just
Right.
don't know how to communicate with people I don't know. And I told her it just takes practice. Just like what you're doing right now, it just takes practice. And then within a year or so, or even a few months, you'll be over it. It's not a problem. It just takes practice for some people. And I
Right.
just told her that it just takes practice.
The social
Uh,
structures are all toe up.
I'm gonna tell you something. When I started YouTube years ago, because I got multiple pages. I mean, like, damn, I got a page for everything. I think I got a page for every thought of my life. Yo, this is crazy. If you knew how many YouTube pages I have, you'll laugh. I got a cooking channel. Nobody knows about it.
What the
But
world?
if you're looking for certain recipes, you're gonna find me.
You be cooking
For
biscuits?
sure, you're gonna find me, huh?
What are you cooking biscuits over there? You
Dude, I'm cooking everything, man.
cooking the fried chicken wings
I cook drunk chicken. Yeah.
with the Hennessy dressing? Oh, so
No,
let's go.
I put beer in the batter. I just call it drunk
Say,
chicken.
check this out.
It's
If you
not a
add
new recipe. It's just beer in the batter.
some of that chicken powder bouillon in your seasoning,
I
it
have
changed your
before.
life, dog.
I have.
With that Tony Satchel.
Oh yeah. And I didn't get the recipe. I got it from a friend of mine. So I do that. But the reason why I started out doing legal commentary, right? And the reason why I started is to get over social anxiety disorder. That's why I started it. Because when I was in school at the time and I was taking a public speaking course, and I remember how easy it was because I was damn near about to graduate, still didn't take this damn prerequisite because I was scared to take it. And I remember it was like, dude, you didn't take this class yet, dude. Class was an easy A. I didn't realize I didn't realize that I had a issue until I took the class, and then I passed it. Then she was like, you just need practice. And then I started a YouTube page, and that's how I got over it. And then I started public speaking. I had to do a few engagements out here. And if you ever speak to a room of 100 people, that's a lot of people. 100 people is a lot. Like sitting in the room looking at you. That's
I
a
get
lot of
it.
people.
I
So I
mean,
got
every day,
over it.
man.
I got over it.
I feel you. I be
Um,
like, I be getting tired of it. Like I'm 6'5", so like I'm pretty big in the world. I'm always getting stared at. And like I remember that I went through that too, but I had to speak in front of like 600 people. I was shook, but I started
yeah.
to speak around like little groups because people are always staring at me. I mean,
But you know
I get
what? The
tired of
more
that.
you do it, it was easier at that point.
Right. So I
Yeah, you
started
don't think
talking.
about it anymore. Once you do it once you speak a bunch of group of people more than 2 or 3, 4 times, you're over it at that point. It
Right.
gets easier.
That first one, then you like, okay. I remember I was in college, well, in speech class. I think it was like 150 people in there. I had to read a speech. I was nervous as can be. You remember in school, we used to have to read it out loud in school? I used to hate that. But then,
Yeah,
like,
my class had it was like a stadium seating. It had like 200 people in that damn class. And we did it in groups. Like we couldn't because everybody couldn't get up there at the same time and do that because there's too many people. So we did it in groups of like 20. And each group had a representative. I was the representative. So I had to go up there and do a business proposal.
I used a speaker.
But then
Who's
you
this?
notice if you look at the crowd, nobody's paying attention to you anyway. If you
Right,
notice,
right,
nobody, you know, the crazy thing is in your mind, you think people care, but in actuality, people really don't care. You think they're watching you and like criticize, but they're really not. They might not even be interested in what you're talking about, you
right.
know? So it's not a problem.
Just waiting to get out of there. They're like, man, I know what you're talking about. I was like that when I was young, man. Especially like when I was my dad, 'cause I was so much taller than my dad. Like, hey, that's your son? Yeah, my dad, yeah, this was this is it. I'm like, hey, I just be like, man, leave me alone, man. I don't want to talk to you. Then have to
Oh
fight
my
through those.
God. Somebody don't mention the Patriots. Look at this.
Hey, about to get rid of Bill, no more Billy.
Yeah, it's
My
all in your
Billy,
mind,
son.
Steve. But you don't know that until you like somebody tell you. Like that speech, that public speaking class helped me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people are not really concerned about what you're talking about. That's why when a friend of mine, she wanted to start a YouTube page, but she afraid to. I said, why? Like, no, like you people are not caring how you think they are. They're not. Unless they're interested in your subject that you're talking about, then yeah, but you know, it's not really as hard as people make it out to be. Anybody can do it. It's just simple as that. Everybody brings something unique to the table. So, but it's just I'm trying to get my little cousin to understand that. Um, it took a while, but now he don't came out of it. Like came out of his shell. So you just got to come out of your shell because nobody is like caring, you know. So just come out your shell, and that's what he's doing. It actually helped him out a
Right.
little bit.
Yeah, we all got that little part. Sometimes they enjoy. I start loving it, and I start getting too whoop 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 whoop. Everybody like, man, who was that? Now I don't even notice it now. I
That's
just
interesting because you played in front of a lot of crowds, but I
right.
guess it's different than playing than talking, huh?
Well, when I was playing hoop my junior year in high school, like I kind of really got over it because I was screaming on the court and I'm like, oh,
Yeah, yeah,
zoning out and all that. But like when I was younger, I was going through that. Then I was tall like I was 10. I was already like almost 6 foot. I walk around my mom's and all that. I'm still quiet. Like in real life, I'm quiet. I talk most of the time, but
damn,
I'm
20K.
I'm quiet. I'm so to stay to myself most of the time too. So, but like speaking out, it did bother me at first, but now I mean like yeah, I'm big. I outgrew that. But I'm what you're talking about. I'm just agreeing. Now you can put me in front of. I'm just gonna talk to you like you know what I mean, like you're a sibling or something. Mm.
Yeah, it gets easier as you do it. It really does. And then you be like, man, I could have did this. I could have did this with no problem. Remember, I was doing the presentation. People weren't even paying attention. People on their cell phones. You know how students are now on their cell phones, and you know the crazy thing I'm noticing now. I'm starting to people like now. I have been guilty of this too. Now I stopped because now I got the holder to hold my phone in the car. People texting while they driving, man. I see that a lot.
That shit is
Like,
crazy to me.
you know what the red light is for now to finish your texts. At the red light, I see it. Just look around, you'll see it. People on their phone at the red light. It's crazy.
Or they be driving like they drunk, super slow.
Yeah, because they texting.
Like man, he got to be texting, man. Like what is wrong with this guy? Leave zoom up, look at him on the phone texting. Good God.
Keith is Jones. You said the late night show jams. Yeah, we were just kicking it. It's Christmas. What are y'all doing for Christmas? I forgot to say y'all Merry Christmas to y'all. What do y'all got planned for Christmas? Anybody got anything planned or watching? I like to watch the Christmas Story every year and Home Alone.
Yeah, I don't really celebrate Christmas for like I ain't celebrate Christmas in probably like 17 years. But I
Yeah,
get it though.
the older you get, yeah.
Like really, yeah.
Yeah, the
Like
older you get, you probably like, yeah, this it's not really you're not really in the Christmas spirit. I know my friend, her daughter is she pretty much know everything she's getting, but there's some stuff that she didn't know she was getting because she's into Jordans, you know, the sneakers and whatnot. So she got a few pair of those. I'm like, damn, she got all these. I know some girl have all the Jordans, man. She got a lot of them.
be my sister.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she collects them in the dunks and stuff.
my sister's all she played since '95. So all she get is Jordans. All
Yeah.
the Jordans. Jordan got these Jordans still going crazy with Jordan. I wear dress shoes now. What? I might have a few pair of tennis shoes that's like I didn't have for years because I don't really wear them, but I wear them, but they don't really get damaged. So I mean, like, got
Oh,
dress
y'all get a
shoes.
ticket for that in California if you have your phone in your hand?
What?
I ain't know. I know in
Oh,
Jersey
when you
you do.
driving? When you
In New
driving?
Jersey you do. Yeah, if they
Right. Yeah,
catch you with your phone in your hand, they'll pull you over.
it's supposed to, but like they don't stopping nobody.
Yeah.
I don't think they really infraction you for that. I don't think they really pull you over too much for it. They do. It is a law saying that out here in Cali, but people be texting like mad crazy. They ain't even stopping nobody. And it's this. Whoo, LA is just even worse. Crashes, crash
Yeah.
everywhere, yo. But California, period, man. And right now, it's just a bunch of crazy driving going on because you know what's going on out here. People are really not used to driving out here, so it's all kind of stuff going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Cali, yeah. You
Man, it's a
got
whole different place.
oh L Will, you say you staying home and fasting. That's good. Love, you said they out you get a ticket out there in LA. Yeah. Texas and driving in Michigan, they tough on that.
Yeah, no, you in Cali, you get a ticket, you get a ticket, but you know, it's all kind of stuff going on. Police not really pulling people over right now in Cali. All kind of stuff going on with the police right now. There's hardly police out here, really. Well, I don't know about LA. I've been going. I ain't been in LA since 2020. So It's probably a little bit. I know it's going crazy down there too, but the whole
Out
California.
here, they got more laxed. Out here, they don't pull you over for they call it secondary offenses. They don't pull you. They don't even look at that anymore out here. Like
What's,
a secondary offense is like tinted windows,
oh,
loud music. They don't pull you over. They pass that into law. They don't even pull you now. Everybody got dark tint on their car. They don't pull you over for that anymore because
right.
they
That's out
figure
here too.
they got better things to worry about. So, but if they pull you over, then they can give you a warning for it. You know, like okay, next time we'll give you a warning if we pull you. But
Right.
yeah, the secondary offenses they don't worry about anymore.
Right. That's out here too. They let you tint the windshield now. You can tint it black, so they're not pulling you over too much for that, which shocked me. I'm like, wait, when did we stop pulling people over for having a windshield tinted?
Yeah,
Full windshield
see,
tint?
I can't do that. Like I see people be doing that, but I'm
Right.
just worried about seeing at night. Like, cause I got my other windows is like limo, like not almost limo tint, right? But the
Mm.
windshield, I didn't do that because I'm like, damn, I ain't gonna be able to see.
You can see it's just like they say it help keep the leather right in the car.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I get
yeah,
it, but I'm like, man, you don't know who up in that thing. That's a straight hit mobile. Like,
yeah.
man,
You don't. I was thinking about it, but then I was like, you know what? Because I like to drive out of town a lot. That's gonna get me pulled over when I go out of town.
oh well, I don't know. I know they're not doing that out here in Cali because everybody
Oh,
getting them.
where they don't trip on in Cali no more?
They stopped with the windshield tints. So yeah, you go to LA, everybody down there windshield tinted. And Cali and Oakland too, Bay, all three. Oh, yeah,
Sir
windows
Ken,
windshield
they,
tinted.
Sir Ken, they used to carry tent meters here too, but then when they passed that law, the cops they don't really trip on it out here anyway. Now, if you driving crazy, if you're driving reckless, yeah, you're gonna get pulled over. But if you just staying in your lane and just chilling, they don't bother you out here anymore. They said they got bigger stuff to worry about. But yeah, the tent thing I wanted to do, I was like, yeah, that looked kind of dope because you can't tell who in the car. But then I started thinking about what if I'm at night somewhere and I can't see, you know? I don't know. I was a little paranoid about that. I know somebody got his car tinted all the way around. You cannot see nothing in that car. I'm like, yo,
Right,
how you drive like that?
you can see from the you can still see from the inside if your windshield tinted. It don't stop you from seeing.
Yeah, I mean, I could still see too. Like my windows are like they're super dark, but I had to keep that windshield clear though. But then I know some people say no, you can still see with the windshield, but I don't know, man. It's just that do look that's like a stick up mobile. I don't know, man. That's like the
Right,
stick up or something.
right. I don't really. Cause when I see him pull, I'll be like, man. And then I don't want to be rude, be looking on somebody's car too. So it's like, put you in a vulnerable situation. You know what I mean? You gotta kind of trust nothing gonna happen. Like, man, what? Because remember those kind of cars pull up and do hits in movies. Now they running around all through the streets. Pardon me, I'm eating some raisins. I caught the munchies.
Yeah, you can't see nothing in the car. Yeah.
Dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah, I have it where you can't the windows are super dark, but you can see definitely if you're in it, you can see, but yeah, that windshield I had to keep clear, man.
Yeah, I feel you. In the rain, it's hard to see though. This
See,
is
that's
hard to
the
see.
thing.
Period.
Like your windows get fogged up.
Oh yeah, you get toast. You know, but I get it. But they don't tripping out that they used to trip on tailpipes out here once upon a time. Them whistle pipes back in the day, they banned those. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I remember those. Yeah, they don't trip on the loud pipes out here no more either.
Well, not the floors and like the glass pipes, but the ones they used to whistle like, you know what I'm saying? They put them on a tailpipe and they'll
Yeah.
whistle. They banned those. They ain't gonna never let them come back out again. Them whistle pipes. Mm-mm. But I think you can't have a certain floor pack though. So floor
Okay.
master, yeah, you can't have that. I think it's like it's too hard. I forget which floor pack it is. and that's it, really. Or an engine, of course, but they gotta open your hood up. But I know it's a floor pack they don't let you get, and they never cared about the music. Like people be slapping out here super loud. They never pulled you over for music being too loud. Just windows, tents, and of course plates and stuff. But the police ain't pulling people over now. That's like it's all kind of stuff to where they can't pull over people unless they had a real a real probable cause. Like somebody got to call them on you. You know what I mean? Like they can't just make
Yeah,
traffic stops right now. It's crazy.
yeah. The only way they stopping you out here unless they catch you running red lights or you just driving reckless. That's about it.
Right. Same thing. But it's crazy than that. You be out here driving reckless. Police can't do. They not doing nothing. But it's
Yeah, they
Oakland
probably
though.
like the
Oakland.
hell with it. Unless they get
Yeah.
a call, right?
Right. They got man. It's a call. If you out here just doing.
Oh shoot, he just dropped off. His phone must have died. That's what happened. But man, what time is it? Let me go get mine. Let me see. Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna sign off then. Y'all have a Merry Christmas. And let me see, what is this? I just saw something pop up. Never mind. Yeah, man, enjoy your Christmas. Might have a New Year's thing here. I don't know. I'm not going out this New Year's. I thought I was. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it this year. I'm gonna stay in the house. Let me see. I was thinking about going over to the West Coast, but I'm gonna keep myself local. But yeah, you guys enjoy your Santa if you have kids. You know, the kids, this is for the kids. You know, you got to eat the cookies for the kids and all that. And I'm a Christmas crasher. I'm like, man, Santa didn't buy you that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like one of those, right? But the kids, you know, they get excited about it. So don't ruin it for them, especially if they like old enough to still believe in it. Don't ruin it. Let their friends ruin it for them. Hey, I figured your phone died. I'm just telling everybody Merry Christmas before I get out of here. But hopefully we do something to New Year's chat or something. I don't know yet. But we'll see. But I will catch you guys. You heard me, Will. Don't ruin it for the kids, man. Tell them Santa brought it. Don't ruin it for them. You know what I'm saying? When you make the cookies, leave the cookies out tonight. You eat the cookies. Just say Santa ate the cookies, man. The milk and cookies. So yeah, just don't ruin it for the kids. Put their iPads and phones under the tree, like how y'all gonna do. But all right, y'all. Y'all have a Merry Christmas, and I will talk to you guys soon. And yeah, man, we almost had a new year. Shout out to y'all, and I'll catch you later. All right, y'all.